Welcome to Lo-Fi Hip Hop 24/7. This is your DJ, Big Lee. Okay, no wait, that's not even appropriate. Okay, I just realized that Big Lee does not sound grammatically correct at all. Oh, we're already off to a terrible start. I couldn't even stutter properly. Okay, guys, you know the drill. Get your snacks, get a glass of water, bring a Switch if you can, because we are going to get ourselves started with some New Game Plus. Before we do, we're going to do a bit of a test. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of a test. We're going to try to build, actually. We're going to fight against Vengeance Ken once before we begin. Reason why I want to do this is because I just made a small adjustment to my Poppy build. I just want to make sure that it's good. If not, then that's cool, whatever. And then we're going to begin the New Game Plus run. We are starting a little bit early. But before we begin, roll call. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, if you will. All y'all in the archives, y'all been great. Oh, hang on, wait. I'll get back to you guys really soon. Let me just make some calamari. Oh yeah, I also had some friend requests I need to check up too. Anyways, how is everyone today? It is a beautiful Saturday morning right now. Things are looking pretty good at the moment. Alright, so yeah, just spam screw edge essentially. There's no skill involved with Fiora. That's just the Fiora rule. Uh-oh. Get up, get up. Come on, get up. There we go. And then just spam this attack. Magnificent. Okay. Begin. Yes, hello. How's everyone today? I want to say hello to Thadson, Ollie Shea, my boy Ollie Shea has made it today. Otter Squad, Michelle Lee, Hellencat, Thadson, Tux, you were the first one here, I believe. Horse Rider Sierra, 195. I don't know if Van Damme has an additional affinity chart, but let's see. Caitlin Ross, I am also in dire need of Golden Country. Luke Elric, King Rashium. The Legend of Ritual. Goodness, we have 2 legends today. And we got Joycap, my boy Joycap here. Alright, so how do we do this? Yeah, we got it. Okay, we should probably run Kashoga first. Just so we can get the elemental weakness going on. And my girl Telos is going to show us the way to absurd amounts of damage. Ugh, I love this blade so much. Oh, that is cap damage. Alright. That's what I like to see. Okay, so well, it should be okay, honestly. I think, well, elemental weakness will always make it cap damage regardless, so it should be okay. Aww. Oh, she tried. She tried to get cap damage. Okay, let's see what Poppy's looks like though. This is what the build that I've adjusted. I'm pretty sure that once the elemental weakness goes away, we're gonna be seeing less damage. Oh, I hate this. Okay, well, at least we got the critical recharge when it happened. Who else is here? Boba the Hobbit, Pineapple Luke, Bravehearts, Low on Corners. Good to see you guys. Okay, so do you know what? How about yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna heal the team. Why not? Uh-oh, Morag. Okay, that's fine. Remember, score the excellent as best you can. People don't know this, but when I did the video for Fiora, the last video for Fiora that I ever made, I actually, what's it called? When I did the video, I actually had, I didn't use the monitor. Sorry, I didn't use the TV screen. I was actually doing it off my monitor, and the sync was like slightly off. That's why I was missing all my button prompts so much. Alright. Yeah, who's excited for Golden Country? I am super excited for Golden Country. I do not mind it one bit that it's gonna be that it won't be coming out until like mid-fall. I do not mind that at all. It's gonna be great. Do you know what? Maybe I should have gone Petroka first because she hits more times. Oh well. Go what we got. Magnificent. That's fine. Okay. Wait, no, it's not this one yet. Elemental burst. Yeah, so I actually missed a lot of my button prompts, so I was getting a little bit panicky, because for those of you guys that don't know, if I miss a button prompt, there's a good chance I might have to restart, because that's going to completely throw off my game during the chain attacks. Magnificent. Okay. Okay, moment of truth. I want to see how much exactly this does. Oh, okay, cat damage, awesome. Okay, because I gave her a challenger mod, and I was thinking to myself, I don't know if the multipliers are going to be that special. Anyways, yeah, we're fine. Oh my goodness, Fiora's broken. Okay, sorry if I'm mashing too much. Bringer of Chaos is going to be interesting. So, for those of you guys that don't know, there was a recent... Well, yeah, there had been a data mine. I don't like talking about it too much because I'd rather wait for official stuff. But, if the details that were recently revealed were true, it's going to be really interesting because instead of having it so that the new difficulty is a... Instead of the new difficulty just being a whole, like, okay, this is the entire set, have fun, good luck. Instead, it's going to be a bunch of sliders that's going to affect the difficulty, which is cool because that means that they won't necessarily nerf things. So I remember there was a rumor that they were going to nerf crit heals. Like, I remember on my Fiora video, my second Fiora video, there's a lot of people saying that, like, rip Fiora in the new patch because everything about her is going to get nerfed. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm glad because the way that I feel about nerfs, I could see why they would exist. But the problem is, though, is that depending on how you do nerfs or balance patches, you'll end up taking away from the game because you're making less options. What I would prefer, and especially for single-player games like Xenoblade, I'd prefer more options for everyone instead of less options for some people. Because I'd rather, like, all the weaker people just got more stuff to play with. So I'm hoping that in the future, maybe like the last DLC, again, there's nothing factual about this is just what I want. I would love it if it was possible to get an item, or buy an item, that involves increasing the amounts of aux cores that someone with less than 3 can get. So, like, I want Cassandra to have a 3rd aux core, I want Electra to have a 3rd aux core, stuff like that. But yes, the Poppy QT Pie set, for those of you guys that are wondering what I just used. Also, hello, good morning, Kuduse. And a Rhino, haha, you are here. Okay, so, yes, Serious Striker, you're probably wondering what the Poppy QT set is. I'm sorry that my logo is covering a little bit, but the logo stays. I'm sorry. You must always be ready to see my unsightly mug. So, the only thing that I changed was Challenger. It's Challenger 5, by the way. You can't see it because of the logo, but that's what I'm using. Challenger 5 increased the damage so that Poppy QT Pie will be able to hit cat damage even on the 2nd special, which is great. Because that one hits the most out of her 3 specials. So, yeah, please feel free to screenshot, steal this build, and we are going to get ourselves ready for New Game Plus, so I hope you guys enjoy. And we'll get your logo on a mug. You know what? I'm gonna talk to that. By the way, shoutouts to I feel bad because there's an artist out there probably watching the stream right now, Con, who has done a couple of drawings. They're actually working on another one featuring a character that I will not divulge for surprise's sake. But essentially, like, it's just this really cool one. I mentioned that there was the Cassandra fan art, which I'm still totally over the moon for because I love Cassandra. I really hope that Golden Country is going to feature all the new blades. I mean, so not all the old rare blades, so that they all have a side quest for their own with their previous drivers. That would be amazing. I would love that. Don't mind me, I'm just quickly getting New Game Plus ready. Oh, wait. Wait, I thought I have to put Shulk on the driver. Yeah, Praxis could use some more aux cores. No question about that. Definitely. Where's Shulk? I'm so happy about this new setup that I got, you guys. It's great. The recent revenue that we got was able to afford it's a PCI capture card, which is great. So, for those guys that aren't familiar with this kind of stuff, essentially, what I originally used was a standard capture card. You use USB to get into it, but the one that I use now, you actually install it directly into the computer. So you just open up your computer, install the chip, and you can connect your HDMI cable to it. So it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm gonna add a Discord link a little bit later. New Game Plus. Here we go. Alright, so, for those guys that wonder what New Game Plus is, this is what it is. This thing sticks around, this. So, like, yeah, there's not really much. I understand that Shulk and Fiora will carry over. But essentially, though, like, the recording setup is vastly improved compared to when we first started. Oh, by the way, just so you guys know, when Bringer of Chaos mode comes out officially, I'm gonna be all over that. Oh, Fiora. Alright. Oh, by the way, just so you guys know, we're gonna reduce ourselves to level 1. We will go level 1 as soon as the game lets us. Okay, I just wanted to say, this particular stream, we might end up cutting things short. We might end up cutting things short for, like, maybe just under 3 hours. The reason why is because I actually do have to be somewhere right after this, and I want to make sure that, you know, I want to make sure that I can, you know, be on time for this thing that I'm going to. Just keep that in mind. Also, hello, 100 viewers. I remember the first time we did a Xenoblade 1 stream, and we reached 100 viewers so quickly, and I was just like, what? I was just like screaming internally, because that was like the coolest thing ever. How do you get Fiora out of the line of challenge? You have to kill the dinosaurs. Note about challenge battles. Until you progress through the game's story, the portal to the land of challenge will be placed in Argentum. Please be advised that after the portal opens in Aletha ruins, the one in Argentum will disappear. That's so weird. Okay. Oh, let's have Shulk with us. Look how... It's surreal. I kind of wish that Rex's original outfit would be also a thing that we can have. Like, I think that would have been nice. Because I kind of prefer this one over the new one. Like, don't get me wrong, the new one's cool and all for plot purposes, and for matching with Numa. But, thing is, though, this outfit matches with Pyra, so why not? How much is the DLC? I believe the expansion pass is 40 bucks? I actually can't remember how much. I remember just buying it on a whim, because I was just like, well, people want the DLC. I actually bought the DLC expansion pass after I beat the game. Back in December, was it? Yeah, I think it was December when... Yeah, it was December when I beat the game. And then I bought the DLC a little bit after that, actually. It wasn't even, like, right when I beat it. I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll buy it eventually. Don't have to buy it now. But then people were talking about getting the DLC expansion pack. I was like, oh, I guess I better get on that before I forget. Well, it's like 40 bucks Canadian, I think. Totally worth it, though. Yes, if you guys want to grind your affinity charts, this is the place to do so. I am here all day at lo-fi hip-hop beats 24/7. Bigly. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I want to be a DJ. Hey DJ, turn it up. Oh yeah, we have to buy an Abyss. We have to buy a Made in Abyss vest. Oh man, a buddy of mine actually recommended Made in Abyss. It's just I haven't gotten around to watching it. I'll add it to my list. I have this massive list of anime to watch with one of my friends. We've gotten through some pretty good stuff, which I'm happy for. It's really funny because, like, I've always wanted to watch. It's just that I never really liked the idea of watching it alone because it seemed kind of boring unless there's, like, someone with you. Like, I don't know, I find that watching movies, like, alone in general, if I have the option, I'd rather have it with other people. So, you know, with one of your best friends, it's great. I'll probably read the manga first. I don't like it. Oh, whoops. Goodness, this is the worst speedrun in the world. Alright. Here are my 90k. E7? I heard a lot about it, but I've never actually... I've never gotten into it. Yeah, that's the thing, like, so the thing about me is that as much as I love, like, the, you know, the anime dork culture, I actually haven't watched very many of them. I'm trying to get into it, though. And, like, I try my best to make time, because, you know, it's one of my hobbies. I don't claim to be eclectic, where, like, oh, I have so many other interests that are inherently superior. I've always been about, you know, just watching stuff that just kind of just tickles my fancy. Yeah, so like, I try to mix it up though. Oh, watch me fail this, like dramatically. Alright, we got it. Oh yeah, TTGL. I heard a lot of the good things about TCGL too. So there's a lot really. Like, you know, like on my list we have things like Ancient Magus Bride or Magus, Ancient Magus Bride. What's it called? Cowboy Bebop. I hear nothing but good things about that one. I want to get into that. And I heard that like Cowboy Bebop is one of like the early cases. It's one of the early cases of a dub that was actually arguably preferred. So yeah, there's plenty. So yeah. Anyways, enough of this conversation. How are you guys doing? What games are you guys playing right now? I would love to know. I see that Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, was it? Like the most like Wolfenstein 2, I guess, or the sequel to the new Wolfenstein game, was out. Has anyone ever played that one? It looks interesting, but the problem that I have with that game, based on what I know about it, is that it's really short, and I don't like that. Like I don't like games that cost $70 but last 6 hours, and apparently that game only lasts about that long. I might end up getting Doom for the Switch instead. Wilbrog, do I play Feh? Oh yeah, I do. Actually, yes. I'm very excited for the Legendary banner because that's when Fell Vessel Robin becomes available again. I currently have her to +2, I believe. Actually, let me check. Oh, wait, no, I'm not done. Wait, no, I'll check later, sorry. But I'm pretty sure she's at, like, +2. +3. I have a Flyer Emblem team with New Year's Camilla, Green Camilla. I'm trying to experiment with, like, who my 4th person's gonna be. I'm playing around with Tana, because I recently got Tana during my attempts at getting Summer Robin. Yeah, so, like, what's it called? I'm playing around with Tana. I also have, WF, Hinoka. Like, there's so many options for, like, my 4th slot, but I'm thinking to myself, like, do I want a spear user, do I not? We're doing okay so far. I don't know. It's, we'll play around with that. But lately, I've been playing a lot with Ares. Ares is hilarious to play as. Goodness. Ares with Advantage is, like, my favorite thing right now. It's just really comical. It's like slapstick humor. Like, people walk up to you, they immediately die. People walk up to you, they immediately die. I know this could be said with a lot of Fire Emblem, but the way that Ares does it is just silly. What else are we waiting for? Dark Souls Remaster. I want to know when that's coming out. I will stream that once it comes out, because I love Dark Souls. Sprain. That's a pretty name for a pretty girl. Sprain. What else? Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters, Monster Hunter World, and Fate Grand Order. I've actually started playing Fate Go. I think when I first started playing it, I was really happy because the first hero that I got shares a birthday with me, like the IRL version of her. Oh hey, it's Tony the Tiger, and Welsh Cat Girl. But yeah, Monster Hunter World, I really want to. I'm probably never going to play it, though, unfortunately, because I don't have a strong PC. And I want to play the PC version because all my friends have the PC version. Yeah, who knows, when I get a job. What else? Yeah, but Monster Hunter Generation... No, is it Generations that's called? Well, there's the port to Switch that I'm looking forward to, at least. Because I'm long overdue for playing Monster Hunter. Like, I haven't played a Monster Hunter game since Monster Hunter Ultimate for the 3DS. What else? Yeah, yeah. Like, I know people are sad that it's not coming to Switch, but you know, like, considering how intensive that game is, graphically speaking, and considering how powerful Switch, like, you know, don't get me wrong, Switch is surprisingly powerful, but it would require a very special team to get that to happen. Yeah, also Fortnite came out. Can't wait to get off the battle bus and join the battle in Fortnite. Ah, Reggie. But yeah, when Dark Souls Remastered comes out, though, you can be sure that we're gonna play it. I'm planning day one when it comes out. I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna try to speedrun, beat the game in one sitting, as is my wont. Oh yeah, Fate Extella Link. I wanted to try that out because I'm super into Fate. The only problem though is that, well, for those guys that don't already know, whenever I play a game, it has to be one that I play on the user. Not because I'm so like, oh yes, I must, you know, like this is how I survive, money-wise. No, it's more like, in the interest of time, I'd rather mix two hobbies together. Because most people, like, they freak out because, oh, okay, thanks Fiora. She's awesome. But basically, it's just like, you know, because for a lot of people, they freak out, especially if they're like, if they're YouTube content creators, they tend to feel very burnt out really, really quickly. I know I said this a lot, but I might as well repeat it for the benefit of you guys watching right now. Oh, that's Electra. Electra's kind of cute. Congratulations! Right, so people, they get burnt out, and things, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to suffer that fate. I don't want to be like, oh man, I can't play video games anymore, you guys. It's just, I just can't. It's just, it's so exhausting. Like, cause like, you know, this is a hobby that I enjoy, you know? This is a hobby that I thoroughly enjoy. And, oh yeah, I forgot Nia's level 99. I'll switch that soon. So if that's the case though, like, you know, you have to take whatever precautions you can. And with that in mind, whenever I make stuff for YouTube, I'd rather create a Venn diagram to make sure that my schedule is okay. So instead of, I must choose between games I want to play versus games I want to play for the channel, I might as well be the games that I want to play are the games I want to make for the channel. So as a result, I've only like played like 3 games this past year. It's okay though, because I love it. I like it that way. What are my thoughts on Octopath Traveler? My thoughts are, once it comes out, I'm going to be all over that. Oh yeah, there's also a thing that you can do to like turn off the aggro for the enemies, right? You know, let's do that because we don't want to level up too much. Yeah, we don't want to level up too much. To keep ourselves on our toes for when the bosses happen. Hey, Markman! Glad you could join us. However briefly. And Pineapple, same thing to you. But yes, just so you guys know, I like to lower the level because that way I can actually play around with new accessories. I remember I did this before, like, even in my solo runs, particularly for the Pyra solo run, I had to think long and hard about what accessories I had to bring. Because even though we get 3, which is a lot more than before, you know, by a whopping total of 1, like, I like the idea of having to think to myself, okay, this is challenging, let's find what works. Let's find the correct pieces of this puzzle. But yes, Octopath Traveler, you can be sure that once that game comes out, I'm going to be all over that, because I love turn-based Japanese RPGs. Honestly, this game, Octopath Traveler, looks like it's going to be instant classic. I don't want to speak too soon, just in case I get disappointed, but I feel like this is going to be an instant classic. Oh, Menudo. Wait. I want a backslash. Okay, never mind. I want to level down Nia. Full burst team build video? Well, like, I think I did that with, well, it wasn't specifically a video about that, but I did one where it was, what the heck is this? This is surreal. I did one with the Orb Master video where I made it so that we created all the orbs using a bunch of using like a bunch of Orb Masters, and that created full bursts. Jeremiah Williams, I heard about, I didn't actually look into the data mine leaks myself, but I heard a lot about them. Also, Pyra's wearing her disguise. Party formation has changed. Yay. I saw the data mine leaks, but I'm not gonna really talk about them too much, except that if they do ring true, then I'm gonna be really excited to play around with that. Yeah, you have to finish Dino Drama to get Shulk and Fiora outside. Xenoblade 1. I've always wanted to play Xenoblade 1. I did, for the 3DS. I might... That's the thing, like, I want to play the first one on stream, but I don't want to play the first one on stream if I'm going to be lost. Because I hate that feeling. I hate the feeling of... Because, like, I've gotten lost multiple times playing this game. Thankfully, it was all off screen, so you guys didn't get to see me, like, frantically wander around everywhere for 5 hours. Because I'm just that good at games. But what happened though was I wanted to make sure that if I had someone like a guide with me or something like that, or if someone that actually knew how to play the game with me, then the problem is though is that Xenoblade 1 is actually very niche compared to the second one. So it's just like I'd feel really weird unless someone else was actually there with me saying, oh, the reason why you got stuck is because you don't know about this, and like I don't, you know, that's kind of how it is for me if I'm doing a stream. I don't want to get lost. Like how I'm lost right now, apparently. Oh, wait. Yeah, I have a Wii U. Someone actually suggested that, like, dust off your Wii U and play the first Xenoblade. So, yeah, it's, yeah. I just, I'd love to. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to play the first one. It's just that I want to have conditions for it. Because as much as I'd love to enjoy playing it, I would also like to make sure that it's a smooth experience. Because, to be honest, I don't like getting lost. It doesn't happen very much, but when it does happen on stream, particularly if I'm by myself too, like if I'm by myself and I'm lost on a live stream, it just makes me really hot under the collar. Okay, we need Fire Mastery. Oh, we don't have anyone with Fire Mastery though. Oh well, stream's over. I guess we'll have Pyro with us for this one. Have I played Xenoblade X? No. Yeah, for those guys that don't know, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was the very first Xeno game. Xenu? Evil Lord Xenu? The very first Xeno game I've ever played. Like, I love repeating this, but when this game was announced, I wasn't even interested in it when they announced it at the Switch Direct, the very first Switch Direct, because all I wanted to see was that Zelda trailer and release date. But for this game, like, you know, like, look, whatever. Like, yeah, if you guys are excited for this one, cool. But I never played the first one, so I'm not interested in this new one. And people asked me if I was going to play it back when I was streaming Breath of the Wild, and people told me, and I was like, nah, I have no interest in playing this game whatsoever. It's great.
So why you guys even?
Yeah, I heard about the thing about the first game's voice acting, from what I understand, is that, like, they went above and beyond what you would expect a lot of localizers to do. Particularly for, like, the voice direction was phenomenal based on what I've heard about this game. Which is why people hold Xenoblade 1 so highly in regard. Is because the voice acting for pretty much everyone was just well thought out. So I was a little bit disappointed when I found out Cup of Tea wasn't going to be helping with the voice acting in this game. Whoa, Mithra, who's that? Like, imagine playing this, like, completely spoiler-free. Wait, okay, well, do any of these guys have lock-picking? Huh. Goodness. Okay. And I don't have Shiba with me right now, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, like, honestly, it's just one of those things where... Well, I know I say this a lot, but I might as well just give you the condensed version. There's only so much that you can blame on voice actors. There's so many factors that go into the voice acting in a Japanese game. Because in a Japanese game, there's so many things that can go wrong. Like, translation is one thing. Because remember, we're starting with Japanese going to English, and it's not as simple as, oh, well, this word means this in Japanese, therefore we will use this word in English. Like, there's actually a lot of, like, context that you have to go through. But yeah, like, if, like, there is a... You can download the first one for the Wii U, and it's an idea. It's one that I'm interested in. But again, being lost, it's not something I like. Though yeah, the 99 lockpicking chest. Don't you know, like... Wait, the 99 lockpicking chest, I remember hearing about it, but I've actually... I don't think I've ever encountered it, I don't believe. Oh well. Yeah, so like, there's just a lot about it. Not to mention that if it's a rushed production... if it's a rush production, then that's also going to affect performance. There's a lot. There's really a lot. Which is why I kind of get annoyed whenever I hear people harass voice actors. Because, like, yes, I'm not excusing bad performances, but there are reasons for why something might end up culminating into a bad performance. And, it's not that, like, 100% of the blame is shifted to one person. And I've talked about this too much. Let's move on to something else. Okay. But for the most part, though, my opinion is that the dub of this game, yeah, in some moments it really does fall flat in some areas, but for the most part, though, like, it helps me become more engrossed just because I wasn't super distracted by, you know, like, oh, I've heard this voice before somewhere. Because, yeah, I remember there's that one time where, okay, wait, let's try this. Oh. Oh, Shulk, you missed. Why? Sorry, what was I saying? Right, because I remember, like, saying that because the voices are so different from what I'm used to, that actually made me believe them a little bit more. Like, when I heard Pyra talk for the first time, I was like, oh man, she does not sound at all what she looks like. I like that. Because, like, I thought she was going to be like, oh, damsel in distress, super high voice. Save me, Rex. Yeah, actually, I remember mentioning that with Sky. It was like the voice actress for the English dub of Pyra. I remember mentioning that, like, I enjoyed the fact that she seems like a down-to-earth kind of girl, like Pyra did. Mithra's a different story, but like Pyra actually seemed like a down-to-earth girl, and that really helped buy into the character. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think, like, think about screaming, particularly for Japanese games. It doesn't translate very well into English. I don't mean it in the sense that, oh, well, you know, language, like, screaming as a universal language. But when it came to screaming as a, like, because for me, if there were moments where I had to get, you know, super angry or whatever in a performance, right, it would sound different for me because, like, the consistency of being in English is going to be slightly changed compared with the inconsistency in a Japanese performance. Like, because, like, if a guy has to sound crazy, you have to go through a completely different mindset in English compared to when you're, you know, when you're going crazy in Japanese. I'm talking completely about acting, by the way. Alright. Think you can take me? Yes, you can use Shulk and Fiora after on challenge mode. After you... I should have gone to an end before I did this. But yes, you can actually take them out after you beat the Dino challenge. Well, a very underappreciated performance I found was Kirsty Mitchell. I really like her in this game. The voice of Morag. Because all people say, oh, she's not very expressive in this one. Well, considering the kind of character that she's supposed to be, and the fact that she's supposed to, like, you know, be the strong silent type in this game, it was really nice. Also, you know, the fact that she's Scottish is great. Oh, fun anecdotes about Scotland. Yeah, okay, how about this? I'll share an anecdote with you guys about Scotland, because, you know, we're on the subject.
I just thought of a great menu idea.
So, okay. A relative of mine went to Edinburgh not too long ago. And the thing about Edinburgh is that, like, well, you know, being the capital, people think about Edinburgh a lot, but my sister actually wasn't super, like, she wasn't super familiar with Edinburgh as much as she was familiar with Glasgow. And one of the locals that were there was very impressed by that, because whenever Scottish people think about Scotland, they think of Glasgow. Whereas if you're not from Scotland, you tend to think of Edinburgh whenever you think of Scotland. So it's just one of those funny things where, like, you know, the capital is barely recognized in its own country. Well, there are exceptions, obviously. Well, some parts of Japan, like, you know, some people might have different associations. Most of the time, you will think of Tokyo. But the thing is, though, like, what part of Tokyo, though, will you think about? Will you think about Akihabara? Will you think about, you know, Shinjuku, any of those places, like any part, like smaller part of Tokyo. But when it comes to, you know, when it comes to Canada, whenever people think of their, like, the capital is Ottawa, but who talks about Ottawa? Ottawa sucks. There's nothing to do there. There's literally nothing to do there except visit the Parliament Hill. Whoopee.
And arrived. Does anyone need a...
Oh, man. Oh, wait, I forgot to go to... Okay, wait, we have to go to Waninyo, guys. I'm getting too distracted about talking about cities that no one asked about. Okay, remember when this game came out, and I was super pumped for Pyra's costume, only to find out that you can't unlock it through a quest? I'm glad we were able to unlock it now, at least. Hey, Steven Seagal. No? Just me? Alright then. Steven Seagal. I really like Modak in this game. Like, I remember when I first saw her, I was just like, oh, I hope you're playable. Oh, we can't level down Nia. Oh, this is awful. Joshua Sir, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I promise it's going to go to a good place. The $2. Xenoblade answers the questions of Xenoblade 2. I actually don't have any questions about Xenoblade 2 though, so you know, no, it's great though. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you've contributed. Oh yeah, there's an overdrive here we can get. Yeah. Not to mention that, like, I like to say this too whenever I talk about Modag, but she actually looked like a character, the main character of a book that I wrote a few years ago. Alright, rumors of the battleship. Battleships and how to sink them. A comprehensive guide by Nira Nira. Hey, remember the time when we played challenge mode for the first time and we did the Hirapon challenge and then Nira Nira used empty moments on me? And that was like a huge setback. Xenosaga answers the question why Telos uses glasses. I remember like a lot of comments that I had for the Telos showcase was salty comments. Well, first of all, one of the biggest ones was people criticizing my pronunciation of that name. Forgive me, but also the fact that she has glasses. Shulk is an attacker. Shulk is an attacker in this game, but he has a shield hammer moveset. But all of his abilities, or most of his abilities, contribute to reducing aggro. He like, oh man, his ability to support your team is really awesome too. Oh. Oh, okay, we'll just go here. Hello, Jojo. Welcome to the show. We got plenty of prizes, many that none of you have a chance of winning, but that's okay. I would really love to do a giveaway type of deal. We'll look into that. There's actually so many things that I would need to look into. It's really weird because I know a lot of smaller channels that do all this awesome stuff. And I feel bad being, you know, having a larger sub count than them because I actually didn't, like, I actually don't feel like I've done very much in comparison to these guys. These people, they do things as like, oh, they have all these things organized, which is awesome. It's just that, like, things kind of skyrocketed really quickly, especially last December. Goodness, last December was crazy. Can I skip this? Yes, I can. How many New Game Pluses? I don't think I have done very many New Game Pluses. I believe this is my 4th time playing New Game Plus. Cause, okay, let's count. Like, the first time I did New Game Plus was when the DLC dropped. I wanted to get the Blades. Second time was the Cosmos solo. Third time was the Pyra solo. And then this one. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun doing the Pyra solo. Shield Hammer with 2 times speed on all of his moves. Yeah, so I think he's a little bit slower than Poppy Buster. This is surreal. Goodness. I still can't get over, like, this whole having Shulk run around in the wilderness. Oh man, I remember the time we played with a Japanese dub. But okay, fine. Since we're skipping cutscenes anyway, yeah. Since we're skipping cutscenes, let's change it to Yeah, change this to Japanese, and battle narration is at max, just as God intended. Oh boy. Where do you get Prion chips? Interesting that you ask, because I have Prion chips, but I can't remember how I got them. What the heck? Oh, sorry, yeah, that's a little bit jarring to hear Isidro from Berserk saying, Motaku! Also, Shulk's voice is high. Wilbrog, thanks for joining us. A 50 Game Plus with Bringer Chaos? Yeah, when it comes out, and assuming that it's everything people say it's gonna be, I am super pumped for this one. Alright. Super Boss and Factory drop Prion? Well, wait, there aren't any Super Bosses. Well, there's a unique and... Alright, well, yeah, it's one of those. Wait, no, wait, I think it is a Super Boss because he's above level 99, right? Isn't that what classifies someone as a Super Boss? Yeah. My most favorite Xenoblade game is 2, but my least favorite is 2. Judging from all the Xenoblade games that I've played, from a ranking. No, but yeah, no, I'm just kidding, but actually, this is the only Xenoblade I've ever played. Oh yeah, do you guys ever notice that, like, Shulk, whenever he's doing an idle animation, it looks like he's smacking someone on the butt? I think someone took a picture of, like, Shulk, and it looked like he was smacking Mithra on the butt. Oh wait, wait. Oh, it's Chicken Heart, right. Chicken Heart's a really interesting boss, because... like, he's the kind of boss that makes you... That was weird. He's the kind of boss that makes you resent, you know, the game. Your phone corrected Howden to testicle. That's great. It's almost the same word. Like, if you look at it really closely and you squint, and you pour hot sauce on your eyes, it starts to look the same. Oh, I would love to have a guest, just because whenever I make a joke, I feel weird laughing at my own jokes. But I have to, because that's how you generate the energy. Yeah, I wish that was easier to get to super bosses. Oh. Okay. This is my first time playing this with a Joy-Con Pro, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna die really quickly, aren't I? Forgive me if I don't have the same technique that you guys at home have, but I'm kind of rusty at this game. Oh no, you don't print Sidon. Oh, well, that's done. Oh, Tora. I mean, Tiger. Oh, spikes. Most dangerous enemy in the game. Oh. That thing gives me a heart condition, I swear. Oh. Just clear him out. Come on. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da. We're playing the swimming game. And we're really bad at it! Okay. Judgment Night. Yeah, I think the best place to farm is an easier stage, because... Are you kidding me? I thought he was gonna come out. Okay, that scared me. That actually genuinely scared me. Okay. You know what? Let's not get greedy. I say as I pick up the last minute ones. If I fail, I will turn off this game, and the rest of the stream is just gonna be me eating breakfast in another room. Oh no! Don't speak too soon. Because it is morning time right now, and I should have some bananas nearby. Oh, more like game of the century, am I right? Yeah, but the best way to farm for Ether Shards is to play the stage 4 and then collect everything. Because you get a big bonus. And it's easier to do, that's the thing, easier is better. Hey, K-Bands, how you doing? Completing Van Damme's second Affinity chart. One of these days. Not today though, because I do have to cut the stream a little bit short today. Because I have a meeting at 12:30. This might be like a 2.5 hour stream. Also, I keep forgetting that we can skip in this game. This is gonna be the best game until Knack 3 comes out. Alright, get a full view of the Titan ship. Oh man, the only thing about New Game Plus though is that once this is all said and done, I'm gonna have a heck of a time trying to get all my shortcuts back. Here comes the money, 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 money. No, my problem with the Japanese dub though, I will say this. I really prefer the English dub for Poppy. I love Poppy's English voice so much. Like, you know, because like, there's nothing really inherently wrong with the Japanese one. It's just that again, unique is better to me. Like, something like, you know, again, voices that I've never heard before or tropes that I've never heard before. Because Poppy is like adorable, but in a Poppy kind of way. Secret area on Tiger. No, I haven't heard of it. No, I think Knack 3 will be announced in E3 2019. Man, E3 was kind of okay this year. Like, there's still some stuff to be excited for. If you're into, you know, particular games, then obviously there is stuff to be excited for, but it doesn't seem like there's as much compared to the E3 that we had in 2016. 2016 had an amazing E3 because it was like, oh man, 2017 is gonna have all this awesome stuff, and it turns out 2017 did have awesome stuff. Also, Rafael Lejouet, how are you doing today? Yeah, so that's the thing though about Nintendo's E3. As much as I liked all the Smash stuff, and you know, Torna the Golden Country had me really excited too. But to be honest, I was more excited for Torna than I was for Smash. Not to say that I'm not excited for Smash at all. It's just that, like, what if, like, you know, for people that aren't super into Smash though, that's all there basically was. Like, yeah, you get Overcooked, cool. Fire Emblem, like, I got what I wanted though. I got the Fire Emblem Heroes, not Fire Emblem Heroes, Fire Emblem Three Houses. That was literally the only thing that I wanted, really. That I wanted to predict. Because, you know, for me, you know me, I don't like to predict too much or else I'll get disappointed ultimately, like the people at the Square Enix one got disappointed. Ethan Cross. Hello. Do I remember you? Maybe from a previous stream. A good place to grind to 99 is, well, for me, because all my blades are super powerful, you can easily just go to like a Rhino Titan Kurdo, aka Ice Cube Man, and you should be able to get your stuff. Oh yeah, Demon Ex Machina. I'm really excited for that one, but there's not really much in the way of gameplay that I've seen, aside from the cool fact that it looks awesome. I was a bit disappointed that Travis Strikes Again didn't make an appearance. Like, they showed us at the Nintendo Direct prior, but Travis Strikes Again never materialized, which makes me a little upset, because I want Travis Strikes Again. Okay, right. Yeah, well, I feel like any Fire Emblem game is one that you can jump in, because they're not necessarily connected to each other. Like, there are some cases where, yes, they are connected to one another, but even then, most of them stand their own. Because for me, remember, the very first Fire Emblem game I've played was an actual direct sequel, which is Radiant Dawn, which is the direct sequel to Path of Radiance. That was the very first Fire Emblem game I've ever played, but I still loved it. I still thoroughly enjoyed it enough to play it 5 times. But yeah, Demon Ex Machina, I can be excited for. what else was there? Like, yeah, but that's kind of how I felt at E3 though. There's only like a handful of stuff, but it wasn't like, oh, so much stuff. I feel like it was just a preview for, like, you know, like a 2019 is when stuff's gonna happen because 2018 didn't have very much. Oh yeah, Tales of Vesperia coming to Switch. Okay, fun story about that game. I was a super huge fan of Tales of Symphonia when I first played it on the GameCube back in 2000 and I believe it was 2007 when I first played it. I love that game. Is Rex gonna die? Oh, wait, no. Hello, gentlemen. Hey, Panda Master, glad you could join us. Oh yeah, I'm gonna update the Discord link really soon. Wait. I think... Okay. Just don't stop me now. Okay, cool. I was thinking to myself, I don't think we're gonna make it. I had mentioned the archive before. Actually, it was before you came, because oh man, Joe was gonna be on my case about it. Turns out it didn't matter what I did. But hello, archive. How are you guys doing right now? Archive people, if you were watching this, did you like E3? And if you thought it was terrible, like me, what do you think the worst part was? The worst part was when. I'm just kidding. I know, like, sorry, I was talking about Vesperia. So the thing about Vesperia is that I was super into Tales of Symphonia when it came out, and I got a PS3 because I thought, oh, we're gonna get some Japanese RPGs because Final Fantasy Versus 13 is gonna be coming out, which eventually became 15, but whatever. So yeah, I wanted to play that, but then I heard that Vesperia was gonna get a PS3 port because it was originally an Xbox 360 game. It never happens. Oh no, I think it did happen. It's just that like there was no fanfare around it, and I think they didn't even like have very many copies available. So and like it was never available in any of the nearby stores that I would buy it from at the time. Like these days I can just get it online, no problem. But the fact that it's coming to Switch makes me very excited because I've always wanted to play that one. I had nothing but good things about Vesperia. Yeah, I heard a lot. Yeah, so I think I have Cilia. Yeah, I think my sister bought Cilia. And I think my friend has a sequel to Cilia. Same thing goes for Berseria. Like, I haven't played Berseria yet. But, you know, like, there's a lot of good games that came out in 2017 that I would have loved to play, but haven't had the chance. Hey, Aaron James, thanks for joining us. Downgrading your core chips for this playthrough? That's an idea, but I've already kind of downgraded my... level, so like the amounts of damage that I'm going to be taking might be bad. Okay. Not to mention that also we turned off aggro, so we're not going to be leveling up that much either. It's an idea, but honestly, I don't know. We could. Wait, where do I... Oh yeah, I remember the first time I did this for New Game Plus, the first thing I did was jump off of a balcony, only to make myself even more lost. Oh, it only came out in Japan. Okay, well, okay, that explains that then. But yeah, all I remember was that it was just never available. I thought it was because there wasn't enough copies or anything like that. So yeah, basically, because I didn't want to get an Xbox 360 because as good as it is as a console, there was so much bad press around it. Like, the weird thing about Xbox 360, and the thing that kind of frustrates me about Microsoft, is the fact that there was so much loyalty from the fans that they were more than willing to buy multiple consoles because in many ways it was superior to the PS3. But Microsoft didn't really do much to sort of support that goodwill or to help maintain that goodwill, to the point where now the Xbox One is suffering as a result because it's like, yeah, well, because I remember it just died so much. Like it just died. Like everyone that I knew had to buy the Xbox 360 at least 3 times. Mind you, of course, these are the people that play games all the time, so obviously that would be a factor because that was when Modern Warfare was a thing. Have you tried Nier Automata? Yeah, Nier Automata was one of my favorite games of last year, which is surprising because that was the same year that Persona 5 and Breath of the Wild came out. Nier Automata is one of my favorite games of all time. But yeah, Nier Automata, I'm actually planning on streaming it again sometime this year, because I just love that game so much. Yeah, Nier was actually Game of the Year worthy. Honestly, there were so many games that came out in 2017 that were Game of the Year worthy. Let's be real here. You got the Persona, you got the Mario, you got the Zorldo. You got this stupid game that we're playing right now. Oh, it's Morag and the level 99 Neo. Who will win? Will Nier Automata come to Switch? Not likely. I'd love it. But considering the spoilerific nature of the ending and what it does to game data, like, I think if anyone's ever played a Nier, well, you know, if anyone's ever played Nier, you're probably familiar with this. But something happens to your save data at the end, and I don't know how. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be a problem, but who knows? I would love it. Which stand from JoJo's would you want to have as a blade? Purple Haze, so that it could be instant death. For everyone, including you. It's just spamming Venom Cloud. Actually, that might be Carlos's blade, actually. Maybe Immortal Heir Carlos. Senor Carlos. Okay, do you know what? Okay, we have to go to an inn, and we're gonna level ourselves down. Because having a level 99 Neo is very distracting. Did you ever play Monster Hunter? Yep. Back when Tri came out for the Wii, I've logged at least 700 hours in that game. At least. Like, that was the only game that I played for a while. I was like 16 years old when that came out, didn't it? Yeah, honestly, the way that I feel about any Pokemon games, I'll still buy it because it's Pokemon. Because, like, honestly, like, how many changes do you really need, right? Like, I know people are upset that, oh, we didn't get the awesome features that we wanted, but honestly, with a game like Pokemon that has such an expansive fan base, it'll be impossible. It's actually mathematically impossible to please everyone, so they might as well just stick true to whatever vision they had. Because it will be actually impossible to meet everyone's everyone's expectations, so you might as well just make your own thing. And they'll still try to profit, like, Pokemon's huge. Alright. Where am I? Wait, guys, where are we coming from? Oh, right. Honestly, I would love it if it was possible to have... I would love it if it was possible to have a playable Numa. Like, the entire time. That would be great, but it's not likely. I don't see why not, though. Like, honestly, I feel like a lot of things in this game I would love to have. Because, here's the thing. A lot of things in this game, like, the philosophy of this game is that all the OP stuff can be had if you overcome the challenges to get them, right? So, in this game, why not have it so that you can have Numa stay in her ascended form the entire time if you overcome a challenge for it? Same thing can be said for Pandoria. What if you had to do a very difficult challenge to make it so that Eye of Shining Justice can be at least extend the duration, you know? Like, if you can at least extend it, because like there's nothing wrong about things being super powerful in this game because there's so much of it. Again, this kind of goes back to the thing, like, I'd prefer just buff everything instead of nerf some things. I'd rather just buff everything else for the sake of balance, personally. I think you could do that with what's it called? I think you could do that with the full burst. But yeah, like that's kind of the thing though. Like Pandoria was such a okay blade when the game first came out. But then when New Game Plus was released, she became one of the best attackers in the game. Boku no Hero Academia. I have heard a lot about it. I want to get into it. I just haven't had the chance, because remember, like for me, I have this huge list of anime and manga to read. One of my best friends and I, we're actually going through this list. We try to alternate between, like, we have the really action-packed stuff one session, and the next session is gonna be slice of life, drama, and then other times it can be like super dark and depressing, everyone dies. Yeah. Yeah, quite recently it was funny actually, because quite recently I finished, or I caught up on the anime for Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan. And the thing is, I didn't really like it when I first started watching it. And then when I first started reading, I think I gave up part way through because I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this. But then when you have the added, what's it called? Added factor of having your friends also kind of commentate with you, it's more fun that way. Yeah, I guess we go here. Yeah, we'll figure this out. But that's kind of my thing though. Like, I think part of the reason why I was so turned off by the Attack on Titan manga was I wasn't particularly blown away by the art style. Personally, again, this is all a personal thing. Wait, can I survive this? Famous last words. Famous last words. Okay, cool. Okay, but can I survive this? Wait. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're gonna play as Fiora too. Fiora's nice. Okay, this could be bad, but we have to try. I feel like my life won't be fulfilled unless this happens. Oh boy. Oh, such a bad feeling. Okay. Maybe if we had Tora go first. Okay, wait. One last attempt. I need to try. That's the thing. This is what we do. We're trying. Also, wait. Let me just double check something quickly. Yeah, 41% crit rate and 100's chemistry. We don't need night vision right now, so sure. Yeah, let's go level 2 special. Okay. Okay, guys. Charge! It's time to duel. With 3 people against 1, because that's what a duel means. Oh! I forgot the tail! Oh boy. This is not what you want. Okay. Okay, well that was a fun experiment, but let's just continue on with the story now. It's time to I can't roll my D's. I can try to roll my R's if I can, but the D is unreachable. Press F to F. Oh, how to ruin a meme, making even more simplified and brainless. Press F to F. The instructions were too complex, and to be fair, my explanation wasn't very good either. Oh yeah, Acute Melvin. This brings back memories of my very first Blade showcase. No, we gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving. I really like Fiora. It's really funny how this Shulk, don't get me wrong, Shulk is amazing in this game. He's game-breaking even. But Fiora, it's just really funny to see how strong Fiora is in this game because, you know, Shulk has the Monado, and he's a hero, and we hear so many good things about how he is. And there's a fan theory that this Shulk takes place, like, very late in Xenoblade 1, I believe. So, yeah, basically what happened was the thing about that was, like, you know, he's supposed to be, like, as good as he gets, essentially. But now it's like Fiora, just some girl that carries knives. She looks like Yandere. Do you ever see that? Like, I'm not the only one that sees it, right? Like, so the way she's hiding the knives behind her back and smiling at you, she does have teeth, but still, it's just like... Yuki! I'm sorry, I had to. Oh. It's... Okay. Sorry, I'm still recovering from my frustration at Mirai and Nikki. I remember just being like I'm pretty detached from most shows that I watch. I remember just being super frustrated at the protagonist from Mirai and Nikki because he just sucks so badly. Ugh. I was thinking like who's more useless and annoying, Eren or Yuki? And it's a toss up. At least Eren can transform. Okay. Oh boy. We can do this, yeah? Okay. Thank you, fast travel. I love fast travel in this game. It kind of does take me out of it, because like you can easily travel between titans. But I'm not complaining. Honestly, I'd rather have the quality of life that I can do whatever I want, when I want to. They're from after the ending of Xenoblade 1. Really? That's interesting. I did not know that. That's cool. AP Mas, you did not miss much. You missed me dying twice to the level 93 dinosaur, thinking that I could take it down. I couldn't, by the way. It's mathematically impossible because I don't have enough HP. Then again, if I use a titanium vest and some HP boosting... We're gonna try that next. What am I even doing? Sorry. Well, I don't know, like, Gasai Yuno has long hair, and she's, like, the queen of yanderes. Well, actually, more appropriately, she's the goddess of yanderes. Oh, man, that was a weird show. Like, it's the kind of thing that I would watch where I'm just, like, I'd be very frustrated, but at the same time, there's some parts where it's like, I find myself actually cheering for the villain sometimes. Because they're just that much more fun to watch. Compared to the actual protagonist, who was just the most annoying dude in the world. There is land, which is on neither Bionis or Mechonis. I would love a character creation in this game. I don't know what it is, but like, think about any game that has character creation automatically becomes better in my eyes. I don't know what it is. Or anything to do with like changing the outfit of your characters. That's also a big deal for me. Like changing clothes in real life, I don't care. Wait, that sounded gross. Wait, we just have to go... Wait, did I do it wrong? Oh, okay. Man, I'm so not used to this. Like, actually, I completely forgot how to play this game. Yeah, it would be so cool, though, if you just have, like, you know, character creation. It's, like, one of my favorite things ever. So you add in that feature. The thing is, though, is how movesets work. Because, like, would they get their own unique moveset? They would have to make a completely new character, essentially. And you know, I'm no programmer, so I don't know how hard it would be, but I can't assume that it's easy either. Hey, Jisoo, glad you could join us. Okay. Oh yeah, the Tony the Tiger. I thought Dromark's... Like, when I heard it was Savage Dromark, I was so excited because I thought it was going to be like Rengar from League of Legends, where, like, he has, like, the dreads, and then he has, like, all these teeth necklaces, and, you know, it's just like, oh, let's see what they're made of, you know? Really, really savage. But no, we got Tony the Tiger's sad friend. Things are not great. Yeah, I'd love it if Shulk could be on Tora. That would be hilarious. But then again, I don't know. Variable sabers can't be beat. Okay. Umon. Look kind of like, I don't know, like, I can see why people were disappointed by Nia's costume, but I kind of liked it. I would have liked it if it was Nia's alternate costume, if you guys know what I'm talking about, if you've beaten this game before. But honestly, like, you know, like, there's potential. There's a lot of potential from challenge mode. There's still a chance that they'll still explore that potential, but until then. Because the way that I see it... Oh yeah, by the way, I am playing this game on Japanese, despite the fact that we haven't heard the announcer at all. But we will. We will hear the announcer. But yeah, thing is, like, the outfit for Nia is in the game, so, like, I don't see why not have it be coming up anytime soon. Because that's kind of what I thought about Pyra. I thought with Pyra's disguise that it would be that Pyra's disguise would end up being like, what's it called? A thing that you can unlock later from a side quest, you know? Because it's in the game, you can use it, but instead it's an aux core. And the thing about aux cores, I like the idea of that you get a special bonus, but the thing is, though, how powerful can you make those bonuses, though? To the point where it actually interferes with the build that you originally planned for your characters. Yeah, there is a rumor that a character from Xenoblade Chronicles X is going to be one of the blades, or at least not even necessarily a blade, maybe an enemy. But in this game, like, bottom line, in this game, she's going to be available, which is, or like, that you're going to find. Yeah, I kind of wish they weren't aux cores either, but I'm, like, you know, just make it an option, that's all. Just make it an option where you just equip it to them. Or that they weren't... Oh well. Oh, Rex is dead. What do I do? Wow, 11 levels. Oh no, come on. Down so. Oh, I want to get to level 2. The level 2 special of Fiora is one of my favorites. Yeah, well, I get what you mean. It's just that for all intents and purposes, I like to classify data mines as rumors, just because it's unofficial. It's an unofficial statement. Like, sorry, sorry. Let me reword this. The way that I am about data mines, no, you know, I'm not trying to criticize anyone for being super into their data mines either. But my rule of thumb is always assume that it's a rumor, just because I still have to verify it firsthand, which I haven't been able to. And nothing's official until the developers say so. So, like, because remember, the same thing happened with Shulk and having a shield hammer moveset, which is true, but not in the sense that, you know, it's an actual shield hammer, obviously. So that's one of the things too, is like the existence of Shulk and Fiora. They availed in E3, which was supposed to be a surprise, so that was a little bit disappointing too, that I feel like they wanted it to be a surprise that Shulk and Fiora, characters from the first games, would be in this one. Okay. So the same thing can be said for the Bringer of Chaos mode, as it were. If this is going to take the place of the actual, you know, the harder difficulty, I'm very interested in what features they're going to offer to us, but I'd rather wait until the developers are like, okay, so this is what all the things are. Probably make a video about it. It'll be fun. You know, but if people want to read the data mines, go ahead. It's you know, it's what you want to do, and I don't mind. But for me, though, I'm always about, like, finding things out firsthand. But again, that's just my general rule of thumb for these kinds of things. Because remember, like, the last thing I want to do is just... Well, that's also part of the reason why I don't make any videos about it either. Again, I'm not trying to, like, throw shade at anyone. Don't get the wrong idea. Like, if people want to, that's cool, but for me, it's just that I don't want to be in a scenario where I say all these things based on speculation, only for most of it to not be true. Unless, of course, it's like when I'm talking about the review, in which case I predict that in the future, things will become much more substantive as a result of these blades that we got. That's a whole new precedent set. So yeah, like, it's not to say that I think the data mines are wrong. I'm just saying that I'd rather wait for the official stuff before I, you know, make so many claims and plans for those things. Honestly, one thing I did want though, like, I really hope this is the case, but I would love it if there was a way to upgrade the amounts of aux cores that the weaker blades can have, like, to a maximum of 3. I feel like they should have a feature where you just upgrade the aux core slots to a maximum of 3 for every blade. Because one of the complaints that I can actually understand is the fact that as much as I love having challenge in this game, it kind of takes away the incentive of using whatever blades you want. That, like, yo, now we're being forced to use Shulk, Fiora, Telos, Cosmos, Poppy, QT, Pi. Like, all the best blades, essentially. We're being forced to use them. Which is kind of sad because, you know, there's all these cool other blades that we love to use. Like, there's all these things that we totally want to use, but we can't because, it's just that we can't win with these blades. Oh no, tank march. These guys die fast. Same thing goes for Gorg. Yeah, so part of the reason why I haven't done a Geon or Gorg showcase isn't even because I don't like them. It's just that there's nothing I can really talk about them that can't already be said for other videos. But the problem is, though, is that those videos probably will become kind of a moot point at this point in time, because, like, the game's changing so much. Like, this is a very different game compared to what we first got back in December. A very different game, which is great. I mean that in a good way, by the way. I don't mean it in the sense like, oh, this game's like bloated now. No, it's great. I love all the new content we're getting. But then the issue that I have with, again, difficulty, I'd love to be able to have more avenues for winning in challenge mode that don't involve just using Fiora Omega drives. Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of thing. Like, I haven't done a Gorg or a Geon showcase just because it would be really hard to justify it. Alright, here we go. Oh my goodness. But yeah, speaking of broken though, look how broken Fiora is. Oh yeah. Oh, how many aux cores? But that's the thing though, because when you have less aux cores, then you have less options for your builds. This is particularly true with shield hammers. Like with a shield hammer, the best way to have any sort of effect is to have a ultimate shield and a block rate up, which is fun, but like it would just be nice to have just one more thing to get us, because, you know, between I'm trying to think of, like, yeah, between, you know, Electra and Poppy Busters, and there's not really much reason to use Electra, especially considering that Poppy Buster already has, like, just more avenues for what they can use. But yeah, but like with Bringer of Chaos though, the stuff that we've seen, I am looking forward to it, and we'll definitely stream. We'll try to like make it as extreme as possible if I can. It'll be fun. Yeah, I really want to like give like the most extremes, like super nerf my party, but then super buff the enemies. It's gonna be great. Yeah, so the thing about, well, yeah, Rock, he does great damage from behind, but the thing is, though, that some enemies actually counter you when you're behind, such as Ice Cream Man. Oh, if they use Shulk for this one? Okay. I don't mind. Oh, they're gonna teach us about chain attacks, how fun. Oh, okay. Excellent! I love this guy so much. Like, this is the main reason why I would switch over to Japanese dubs. But that's usually how it is, though. It's just like, I'd love to have more options for aux cores. Just for everyone. Just because, like, because I think some people just sorely need it. I find. Same thing goes for common blades, actually. What if you really like a certain common blade, but they only have one aux core? Then it'll be like, oh man, I don't want to re-roll for another one because I like this one. I like the skills that this one has. It's just one more upgrade for other people that want to use other things. I would love to see a third aux core for Cassandra. I think that would be very, very fun for me. I've actually been playing around with crit heal Cassandra. She's actually not that bad. I like her. Like, I really like crit heal Cassandra. She's a mess, but now that Fiora exists, it's actually really fun. It's just that, like if you, that's the thing though, like, nothing really much has changed for that one. It's just that you need to give her ultimate shield. Like, it's pretty much the standard shield hammer, but then having Fiora just changes things. Like, yeah, just having an ultimate shield should be good enough. It's just that you won't be relying too much on block rate, which is great because it kind of plays into the whole lore of Cassandra being terrible luck for herself and the driver. Well, not really herself, but for the people around her. The Menudo. Healer class. Yeah, so the thing about healer class, it's weird because I can... Like, healer class makes a lot of sense when you first play the game. It makes plenty of sense. Because, like, you don't have access to crit heal or anything like that. But the problem with the heal class in this game is that once you reach post-game, a lot of the enemies that you fight will do more than 9,999 damage. They will do more. So, like, there's not really much point in healing because you're gonna die anyway. I love Zeke's theme song. It's too bad I won't be able to hear it. Oh yeah, an actual attacker katana class would be really, really cool. Honestly, the way that I feel about chroma katanas, there's no bad chrome katana in my minds. Like, they're all very good in their own way. They're all very, very effective in their own way. And the fact that they were tank class was quite nice because, like, the whole dodge tank has always appealed to me. I say that as a former Blood Death Knight main in World of Warcraft. That was a previous life though, so let's not dig into that too much. But the thing is, I love the concept of the dodge tank, which is actually that was part of the reason why I was so excited to play as Dunban in the first Xenoblade back when I played it on the 3DS. I never got to finish that game, by the way, but like it was really cool to have a dodge tank, and that's why I was so excited to see Morag was a tank in this game because that was awesome. But yeah, as an attacker, that would be cool too. Like, because I feel like if they made an attacker, I think that it would be really, really good. Like, really, really strong. Percival is, yeah, pretty good for challenge mode because of his... What's it called? It's not Eater of Men, is it? It's like Soul Sucker? Or something else. I remember being super frustrated because the descriptions for Percival's abilities were very vague. Because, like, what do you mean incapacitates? You mean kill? If they just said, when you kill an enemy, this happens, that would make a lot of sense, and I'd be down for that. But no such thing has happened. But yeah, you know, here's hoping that the Chrome Katana and Bitball that we're going to be getting, like, I'm more than certain that it's going to be a Chrome Katana and Bitball, because, like, what else can those silhouettes look like? But, yeah, I really have high hopes, because Chrome Katanas are awesome. Especially on Morag. Actually, it's funny, because one of the earliest comments that I had from one of my earlier videos for this game was, like, is Morag a bad driver because you rarely use her? It wasn't really that so much as I just so happened, because, you know, this is before overdrive protocols were able to, before you could, what's it called, purchase your overdrive protocols. So for me, it was just a matter of, you know, just like I just did not have these blades on Morag. That's all. But I actually consider her one of the best, especially because of her golden opportunity. That was awesome. Golden opportunity, and the fact that she's awesome with Chrome Katanas. Yep. The silhouettes for the expansions. But yeah, it's weird though, because like the thing about the healer class in this game is that there's so many insta-kill, like there's so many insta-kill enemies in this game that it won't really mean that much. Not to mention that the hardest enemies in the game tend to pack a lot of crowd control. So if that's the case, like if that's the case, then shouldn't we have characters that kind of are built around that? But the thing is, though, that's only relegated to tanks, but we've already seen that some tanks can also use crit heal. It's just that I feel that they might need to take a long, hard look. They probably won't do it for this game, but if they ever, you know, make another Xenoblade game, they would have to take a look at that. Also, let's hope that, like, I'm really excited. So, for those guys that are wondering, I actually made the conscious decision to not watch the the Golden Country gameplay at E3. I've seen screenshots. I actually took a screenshot of Laura because she's so cute, but I actually chose not to watch any of the gameplay because you know, based on the trailer that we saw, it's gonna be super different, and I like that. I really like that. So I'd love to see no surprises. Like I'd love to have all the surprises rather. Where am I going, by the way? I feel like, am I going the right way? Sure, it looks like it. Yeah, we are. Yeah, so the thing about, like, the thing about the Bitball class is that they can only stand out if they do have a gimmick. Like, Florin's pretty good as a healer. Florin's a really, really good healer. And Boreas is nice for challenge mode because whenever you're killing smaller enemies, his passive will heal everyone. And then Dahlia could have been better. It's just that when it came to, you know, like, because she's very chain attack centric. It's just that if she was an attacker that was chain attack centric, I think that would have made her better. But the thing is that she's a healer, so it was kind of weird. Yeah, we'll see though. We'll have a look. Adonine has a heal, but I think it's just like potions. Like if you play with like potion builds, like with Korra, then maybe Adonine will be better. Oh, Mario Odyssey, yes I do. But yes, I'm really, really excited though to play the Throne of the Golden Country. My plan, just so you guys know, my plan for that one, I do want to play it. I actually do want to play it for the stream, but I don't want to play it blind. So I'm gonna do essentially what I did with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Is I'm gonna just go dark for a couple of weeks, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks, beat it, beat the expansion, and then after I beat the expansion, then I'm gonna, like, you know, glean whatever I can for videos, and then bring a stream. So it's gonna be very light in comparison to other people that would do it day one. I don't like the idea of doing it day one, because I know people are gonna watch it anyway. I mean, like, you know, this stream has more than we usually have for viewers, and it's not even day one. It's like, it's months after the fact, and people are still here, so I'm not too worried about that. Like, obviously, I'll have less than if I did do it day one, but that's not the point. The point is, I know what I'm doing. Or that I want to know what I'm doing, because, again, I hate the idea of being lost in the game. What I said about the possibility of streaming Xenoblade Chronicles 1, I'm interested. I'm very interested. It's just that I only want to do it if I knew what I was doing. So either it's just me beating the game on my own time, which might not be very likely, or if I knew someone in real life that has beaten the game and knows all about it, so that I can... Well, also, I totally want to have a guest on the show. I've always been kicking around the idea of having a guest on the show, so that's a possibility too. Alright, stay at the inn and Fonsamima. I forgot where I was going. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, I can't think of any Switch users that don't have that game. I feel like everyone that has a Switch has Breath of the Wild. Chocodo, don't worry. You're an hour late, but worth the wait. Yeah, for me, I've always wanted to, like, I've always wanted to have someone else, like, guest appear on the show. It would be cool. Choco Conroy. I heard a lot about his Let's Play and how informative it is, which is awesome. Honestly, I feel like I'd love to do something like that with this game. But the thing is, though, the thing about me in this game, though, is that in terms of having comprehensive knowledge of this game, I feel like I don't really know much about the overworld very much and the side quests, but I know a lot about the combat. Like, you know, I've spent so much time thinking about the combat, because whenever I play a game, that's the first thing that I think about. So, like, really, in terms of making a walkthrough, I'd actually be really, really bad at saying, like, oh, yes, lore-wise, oh, the development of this game. It's just like, I'd love to, but that would take a lot of research that I'm not sure I'd have time for. Ys 8. I've heard about the series, but I've never actually gotten into it. But that's the thing, though. Like, also think about me. I don't usually 100% games. Actually, I rarely do. The only game that I ever 100%ed was... Actually, I can't even say that I 100%ed Wind Waker on stream. Okay, you're all dead. Yandere Queen is here. A face reveal stream. I don't know, because, like, well, I've said this before about, you know, how I feel about revealing. It's not that I'm shy or anything like that. It's just that, like it or not, we live in a world where if you see a person's appearance, you're going to make prejudgments on them. Which is fine. Which is normal. Don't get me wrong, it is normal. It's just that I don't want people to make a prejudgment based on how I look. I'd rather the way that I treat you guys and the way that I react with you guys, or interact with you guys, is going to be what determines how you guys think about me. Alright, go do the excellent! Oh man. It's awesome. Oh, just so you guys know, after this fight, it's going to be a solo fight. Sacredo Arrow. But yeah, all I just wanted to say though is that, like, I'd rather people judge my character based on how I treat you guys and how I interact with you guys instead of how I look. Because like it or not, people do that. Like it or not, that's how people act in the world, and I can't do anything to change that, but I can at least kind of make an adjustment on my end. So yeah, it's kind of the thing. Although I had toyed around the idea of, like, whenever I do videos, like, let's just say I go to E3 next year, right? And oh, I want to go to E3 next year because, like, 2019 has some pretty amazing stuff on the way. I'd love it to do if I was in front of camera, but I'd be wearing, like, a mask and, like, gloves. That'd be fun. Honestly, like, I have toyed around with the idea of wearing a mask because I love masks. I love masks. Like, again, I'm not shy. It's just that I really like the concept of masks. No, because Majora's Mask is, like, one of my favorite games ever, and masks have different significance based on what it is. It was cool. So yeah, just putting that out there. There's actually a lot of stuff that I have. It's really weird because I remember being worried, thinking that. I remember being really worried, thinking that what's it called? That I would actually run out of things to do with the channel, and as I get busier with life, maybe we'll reach a point where we're just steadily going to die down. But it turns out that there's a lot of stuff that we could do in the future, which is great. Like, I talked to a friend of mine about this before. Oh, do you want? Yeah, I'm gonna find a Cassandra mask. I'll find a Cassandra mask and I'll use that. I'll commission someone to make a Cassandra mask. First mission, we're going to send Pyra. Transport? No, she's fine. Oh my goodness, Pyra's cute. Oh yeah, so for those of you guys are wondering, on my Twitter, I did a... It's so weird that, like, the most interacted tweets that I have on my Twitter account have something to do with Pyra. So the first one was, like, you know, the next global Splatfest is going to be Pyra's thighs versus Laura's eyes, and I put 2 pictures. And then I think the margin was like 76% for Pyra's thighs and 24% for Laura's. But the thing is, though, remember, she was the popular vote, but in terms of winning tournaments, I feel like Laura's eyes are going to win. Because everyone's going to join the Pyra's thighs, despite the fact that they're not as good. It was really funny. But yeah, we're talking about that. And then the next thing the other one that also I actually had a lot of interactions on Twitter was... It was actually me congratulating Sky Bennett for finishing her first playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's right, the voice actress for Pyra has finally beaten the game. So yeah, I think that got like, 90 likes on it. I was like, that was the most I've ever gotten. I know it's nothing for you guys because you're so famous and all that, sure, but man, for guys like me, it's like, oh, it's so cool. Did you watch Tokyo Ghoul? Yeah, my friend and I, we actually watched it together. We actually powered through, powered through both Tokyo Ghoul and Route A in like, I think in the span of 2 sittings, I think. And I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching Re later. I'm probably gonna wait until it's like it's finished. The Nia versus Pyra. I remember we were talking about though, like, you know, in the fight of Pyra's thighs versus Laura's eyes, we were imagining that Nia's Welsh accent would also join the fray. And then what's it called? And then Morag's shoulders. Morag's well-toned shoulders. Also, Jin's smile. That was my favorite. Jin's super rare smile. Yeah, Nia's Welsh accent with the steel chair. Oh, I loved it. It was just a really fun discourse that we all had, which is great. It was really funny, actually. Just yesterday, we were talking about Persona 5, about the waifus in that game, the romance options, and I think we were very civil when we were discussing them, saying that, you know, like, if you like Makoto or An, that's fine. Kamakami, you know, not judging you, but, you know, if you're above the age of 25 and you're more interested in the teacher than you are in teenagers, then that's kind of understandable. Because you don't want to be like, oh yeah, teenagers, right, yeah. Because that's creepy. But then, yeah, we were pretty civil about it though, because for me, my favorite girl was Hifumi, and we were talking about, oh man, I wish she was a major character in that game. But then when it came to talking about the boys though, then we got a little bit heated. Oh, Ryuji versus Yusuke, but I was Team Iwai. Rip Mishima. I actually prefer Pyra's design and personality over Mithra's, personally. I don't know, there's just something about Pyra that I really like. I think it's part of the reason why... I think part of the reason why I like Pyra so much, too, is that, like, there's kind of the perceived notion that everyone hates her. Like, you know, like, a lot of people were so angry about her design. Well, okay, not everyone. Like, you know, this is one of the cases of where there's a good chance that it's the that's the very vocal minority, as it were. Wait, I think I can do this now. Yes, okay. But yeah, anyways, like, but then there was also just the whole fact that there was a lot of, like, outrage articles about that, and that's, like, the perfect marketing scheme, by the way. How to get people to start talking about your game? Add character designs that'll get people talking. It could be negative, but it's still exposure, right? So people are gonna talk about this game. Not to mention that a lot of people are gonna feel like they're gonna be emboldened, being like, oh well, I'm gonna like this design because I know people hate it, but I'm gonna like it despite that. Now even more, because I know that there's a friction regarding it. Oh, wait, whoops, sorry. I wasn't paying attention, I was looking at the chat. But yeah, so I think there's that perceived notion. Not to mention that in terms of personality, I've always found Pyra to be a little bit more unique. Well, I don't know, well, not necessarily unique, just refreshing. Because, you know, like, Mithra, you can name quite a few characters that are like that. Like the very tough, kinda tsundere girl. But then with Pyra, she's very warm. And I like that, though, because I feel like, as a fire element, she should be like that. Alright. I don't think very many people would dispute the Xenoblade 1 story being better than the second one. Like, I haven't played it, but I could totally see it happening. Okay. Come on now. Yeah, they're both good, but I could totally see the case for the first one being better. Because I had, like, there's a lot of parts in this... I haven't really heard very much about the first one having questionable plot points or character decisions. Like, I actually haven't really heard very many criticisms about that, but I've heard plenty of criticisms about weird character decisions or personalities in this game. It might also be because I played this game a lot, so obviously I am exposed to it more. Oh yeah, the alternate outfit for Fiora would be cool. Because, like, she's gonna be in Smash Bros, so, like, why not? Why not? I hate this part because... the issue that I take with this part is that now you're just chasing them around, and then I get that, yes, you're talking about the, like, you know, field skills and how to use them, but, like, come on, man. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Okay, please tell me you're stairs. Nope, you were not stairs. Oh, okay, wait, it was right there. Well, the thing is, though, on the subject of people that drew, porn, the thing is, though, that's actually very common for a lot of artists in Japan, because one thing is that you need to make some profit off your art, first of all, and that's the easiest way to lure people in. But one of the other things, too, I know, yes, there is the exception of, you know, of Dahlia, but for the most part, whenever you draw that, it does give you a better experience with proportions, particularly with a human body. It's weird and gross, sure, but that's just the reality of it. Because when it comes to proportions, that's the kind of thing that they... like, that would be one of their biggest learning experiences. Because remember, to draw the anatomy, I mean, what better excuse to draw naked people than through that, right? But even then, like, people, because even then, even outside of that, people that don't even have to draw porn to increase their craft, all the time they still look at, like, nude statues in museums to get a better understanding, or at least nude sketches to, you know, this is really weird to talk about because I try to be as family friendly as possible, but just, like, you know, when it comes to nude, though, that's usually what they have to do. I don't think anyone wants to look like Dahlia. People want to sound like Dahlia, though. I love her accent in the English dub. It's great. Rafal, thanks very much for joining us today. I don't know, because the thing about the way that I felt about Dahlia was that, like, I thought it was hilarious personally, because it's not a good design, but I love how mad people got. And again, vocal minority. We got to place emphasis on that. I don't think that everyone was mad about it, but I do think that there was a very vocal minority, which explains all the angry news articles that people had. Because remember, what better way to sell clicks than with an outrage? I love Dahlia's accent, though. And I loved her side quests. Like, I love her side quests, and I love her interactions with Zeke and Bridget. That was cool. But again, like, yeah, like, for those of you guys that haven't seen my interview with Sky, I remember talking about how, like, you know, yes, it is fan service, and if you find that kind of thing gross, well, we're not trying to win you over. But I think the way that they act and the way that they perform in the game speaks volumes about their personalities and their characters a lot more than their designs ever could. The other day, actually, I was looking up pictures for for Twitter the other day. Wait, I can just do that. What am I doing? I'm talking too much about thighs right now. Goodness. Alright, where are we going? Sorry, well, all I could really say is that with... So yeah, the other day I was looking at pictures, and then it was really funny because I stumbled upon Polygon's article, review for this game. Polygon's review, I think it got a 7.5 out of 10, which is fair. Honestly, I think that's a fair score to give that game, especially considering when you first get it. But the way that the review sounded was super salty about everything, and it was kind of funny because they were so angry at the fact that there would be random zoom-ups of Pyra's butt. But the thing is, I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder, though, if that writer had the same qualms about Metal Gear Solid 4, and how the game kept zooming in on Old Snake's butt. Like, is that the double standard that we're gonna start addressing, or... is that the double standard that we should start addressing? Oh, that's great! Okay, that's convenient, because I was worried I have to switch into Vess. Yeah, Poppy's great. Love Poppy. Well, I remember thinking to myself, though, like, Well, the game now is a 9 out of 10 in my book. But when I first beat the game, I thought, like, I love this game. Don't get me wrong, I love this game, but I can't. I'd have so much trouble recommending it to people. But yeah, like, actually, I didn't really like. I liked this game, but I actually rated it kind of low. I rated it really, really low when I first beat the game. But with all these updates, though, it's a much better game now. It is such a better game now. Like, New Game Plus, the ability to increase accessory slots, challenge mode is amazing. Like, if you take it as it is today, it's a different game. I think that's kind of the point. Oh, we can just spam attack buttons. Look how strong Shulk is. Goodness. But yeah, there's a lot of frustrating things about this game, though. Like, there's weird moments where you attract aggro at bad times. Like, I did not like the fact that... Like, yeah, obviously you can turn it off now, though. That's the thing. You can turn it off now. But I didn't like the fact that I was playing, and then all of a sudden, the game would be like, oh, great, now there's going to be more people. That's going to throw off your balance. Because I had a very particular way of playing this game, and adding more people would just completely mess me up, because now my healer's getting attacked. I tried so hard to get all the aggro on Tora, but now Nia's gonna die. So yeah. That's kind of how it is, though. It's like the review that Polygon had. It was really funny. I had so much fun reading it because they were so angry about like zooming in on Pyra's butt at weird parts of the game. But I'm just like, you know. There's a scene in Metal Gear Solid... Okay, spoilers for you guys that haven't played Metal Gear Solid 4. There's a scene that... It's like the only time in a game where... Oh, wait. I think I went the wrong way. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I went the wrong way. It's supposed to be this way, right? Yeah. So, right. Like, there's a scene... Usually when video games have the thing where, like, it's literally a cutscene, but you just have to hold forward to keep walking, and I hate it when games do that. This is the one exception where I thought it was good. You just keep moving forward, and then cutscenes are happening all around you. That was amazing. But the thing is, though, is all the crawling that you have to do, and then you see the camera, it's over the... it's not over the shoulder, it's actually behind. It's behind Snake. And he's an old man at this point, so you just, like, you see, like, the butt kind of just moving from side to side. It's very well animated. It's a very, very well-designed game, even by today's standards. Oh, man. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, that did nothing to contribute to the plot either, but it happened, and that game's still a 10 out of 10, so... Oh, man. It's just, I don't know, I just find the entire thing funny. Yeah, it's more of an over-the-butt thing. That was a good game. Goodness. Like, even today, Metal Gear Solid 4 looks phenomenal. It's really funny, because I remember talking to someone, I was talking to one of my friends about how, like, why is it that whenever Western developers design girls, they always have to look really gross? Like, I don't even mean gross in the sense, oh, they look like normal. No, they don't look normal at all. They look like they got their faces squished together. And I went the wrong way, didn't I? I went the wrong way. Yes, you can turn off the enemy aggro now, which is great. That's a great change, and that kind of made the game better in my eyes. I would have appreciated if they came out with it sooner, but honestly, though, like, you know, better late than never. Sorry, I forgot where I was going for a second. It's like, where do I... Wait, what? It's this way. Acute Melvin. But yes, I remember talking to a friend of mine saying that, yeah, why is it that when... Because I played God of War 3. That game looks really good. Despite the fact that it's an 8-year-old game by this point, right? It's like 8 or 9 years old at this point. But the animation was so good. But why is it that the girl in that game looks like a fish crossed with a pit bull? Like, why? So I remember having the same complaints about what they did with Last of Us 2. It's such a finely crafted game graphically. But why did it look weird though? Like. Okay, and the thing is, and then my friend argued, well, it's because you're used to games with anime art style. But you look at a game like Resident Evil, for example. The girls can look good in that game too, no problem. Look at a game like Metal Gear Solid, they look fine. Like, they didn't need the anime art style. Condor, the 199, it's going to do great things for the channel, I promise you. Promise. I heard a lot of good things about the new God of War game. I'm probably gonna play it when the price drop comes around. But yes, thank you very much for your contribution, Condor. I don't really ask for contributions, but I do appreciate the ones that we get. Every dollar that we get is going to go towards the channel and to make things better. In fact, the donations that we got last week is going to go towards buying Bravely Default. I'm just kidding, no, it's going to be Octopath Traveler. What was the laziest thing I've ever done? Do you know what? I feel like I could answer it right now, but I feel like after I answer it right now, it's going to be, like, completely... It's going to be like, oh. Like, it's going to be completely exceeded by something else. Marvelous! Yeah, I can get some Octopath Traveler, which would be great. Oh, my food items aren't available. That's cool. It's marvelous. Oh man, okay, I have to get my pouch items. I didn't even realize. I love this attack so much. Shulk level 2 is so cool looking. It's easily my favorite level 2 right now. Laziest thing I've ever done was... like, just in general or in a game? Okay, let's do the game first. I think the laziest thing I've ever done was... oh, man. Okay, oh, wait, yeah. This is like... because I'm trying to find, like, the ultimate example. I'll get back to you on that one, though. So, the thing about God of War... like, I have the original trilogy for the PS3. I'm okay with them. I don't know, like, it's weird because it's a much more streamlined action game, which is nice. It's a very streamlined action game compared to a game like, say, Devil May Cry, for example. But, I don't know, it's weird because, like, the emphasis on QTEs, I wasn't completely sold on it until the third game, because I felt like the third game, they actually knew what they were talking about, what they were doing. And even then, there's only so much QTE that I can handle. But yeah, thing is though, Devil May Cry 5, I'm super hyped for that one. Like, I really want to play that one. Apparently, what's going to happen in that game is that the higher style you get, the more climactic the music's going to become. Which is bad news for me, because I love music, but I'm terrible at Devil May Cry. Marvelous! Yeah, I still believe that Microsoft had the best E3 press conference in terms of showing games. Like, Bethesda was pretty good too. It's just that, like, I can't say... like, I want to be excited for Starfield, but how can I be? How can I be excited for Starfield if I don't see anything about it? I'm very happy for the people that are excited about Elder Scrolls 6. It's just that, I don't know, like, I played Oblivion and I was okay with it. I played Skyrim and I actually returned it not that far away. Yo, Tenchi, thank you very much for the 50 bucks. I promise you, this is gonna go somewhere good. And honestly, as far as helpful guides go, as long as people like you keep watching it, well, as long as people keep watching it in general, actually, I'll continue to make them, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, everyone was underwhelming, but like on a scale of, like, you know, grading it on a curve, I feel that Microsoft had the best. I felt like Microsoft had the best one just because they gave us Devil May Cry, they gave us a little bit of, what was that other game? Hang on. Oh, it's my dude! Oh man. Well, yeah, the thing is, also Microsoft showed my favorite game on the show, which is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I mean, yeah, if Sony showed it first, I'd say that Sony had the best one, but that's not what we're talking about here. Sekiro, baby! Oh, I'm so excited for that game. Because they're gonna go away from just being Souls. They're actually gonna make their own action game, which is awesome. Completely new IP. I love it. I love it when developers make new IPs instead of making sequels all the time. I actually don't drink that much coffee. This is the joke that we made. Yo, yeah, remember the first time we did this on stream, and then like our viewership actually took a nosedive. I remember our very first stream. We had like I think 150 viewers, but it dropped down to 125 during the hot springs. Oh, that was so funny. But yeah, the fact that Devil May Cry is a thing, the fact that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is a thing. Oh, and Nioh 2. I really want to play Nioh 1 now. It's really funny because Nioh and Sekiro, like, because the thing about Nioh is that you had to play as a preset character, essentially. Like, yes, you have to give this character a build and all that, but, you know, otherwise though, William was designed and named by himself, by the game. But now the sequel is going to have a fully customizable character, while Sekiro is going to have a completely predetermined character, which is awesome. Oh yeah, isn't Monolith going to have another new IP? Yeah, I think there was like a call out for employment. There was an employment call out. But yeah, like Microsoft has some really good stuff this year. At least as far as like, you know, the standard of what we did get this year. Cuz Nintendo was all right, but it's just that it was mainly Smash, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just in terms of showing us a variety, though, we didn't get much of it. But yes, they're assembling something. Yeah, you couldn't handle that that Poppy swimsuit fan service. Where do I go? Do I just... Oh, okay. Let's go here then. I'm really happy that we can turn off the aggro now. It makes it a lot easier. Yeah, okay, so the thing about making a Judgment Protocol Poppy is... I'm glad that name caught on. That's nice. The thing is, if you play New Game Plus and you go to Spirit Crucible Elpis, you can actually buy a core for 1 million bonus experience. Yeah, the thing about Nintendo... here's the thing about Nintendo. They only show games that are coming out soon. They've never really been one to be like, oh yeah, get super hyped over all these games that are coming out in the next 5 years, like what Sony did with Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, they've always been about like, you know, like, the way that I feel about it is that Nintendo, they're only going to show the games that are coming out within the year. Or within the next 365 days. That's how it's always been for them. Because they're always giving us directs during the year. That's their thing. They don't give us a bunch of games at E3 and then silence for the rest of the year. They give us a bunch of little games throughout the year. And honestly, I kind of prefer that anyway. Being a YouTuber, that's more beneficial to me because that means we have more consistent, or not consistent, but we're more likely to have, you know, stuff to report on, which is great. I love that. Yeah, so the Prime 4, like, as cool, you know, no offense to people that are fans of Metroid Prime, it's just that the fact that they revealed it, but then are completely silent about it now, that sucked. Like, it's a little disheartening that they haven't really, like, they've actually admitted they don't really have much to show, so, like, then why reveal it then? Yeah, but oh well, it's just, I guess new management. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. Whoops. Someone's bad at this game. It's probably me. I forgot about that. I gotta buff myself up. But yes, Mazakala, you have to make a good point to shut people up after Federation Force. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. Like, I get that ES knew, but the problem with making Federation Force is that the hang on. Is there like a... Okay, what's better than Titanium Vest? Is there one that's better than Titanium Vest? Wait a minute, I should know this. It improves... So much easier now. Sorry, give me a second. Abyss, Made in Abyss, Metal Gear Vests, COD Infantry, Jade Empire Vests, Rigid Politics Vests. I don't know. Twin Trunks. Ooh, okay, the Twin Trunks. Awesome. But that's kind of how it is, though. Like, I understand. Here's the thing, because I literally just said that I appreciate when developers make new IPs. I know, but I think the thing is though, is that when you judge the fan base, like judging by the fan base though, like how welcoming do you think they were going to be? You know, it's like really like what reception were you expecting from something that's so different? That's kind of like how I felt with Fallout 76. Like people wanted, because the Fallout fan base really wants a core RPG, but instead we're getting an online-only game, which is cool, but that's not what the people wanted, which is why a lot of people are up in arms about it. And actually, that's part of the reason why I'm so uninterested in it, because between Elder Scrolls and Fallout, I'd rather play a Fallout game. What am I... What? Oh, okay. Man, sorry. What am I even doing with my life right now? Cries like the funny black guy cry. Are you talking about the somewhere deep down in my heart I still love you cry? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? Please tell me that's what you're talking about. I have a friend... Well, no, well, before we talk about that. Do you have any common blades that are fun to use? Yeah. Hazuki. Hazuki is like the only common blade that I like heavily invested in. Just because she has the level 5 Orb Master. Yes, okay. I have a friend that actually does a hilarious impression of that. I should have switched to Fiora. Oh well. Rocket the kick. Amazing! I might have made a mistake, but that's okay. Okay. Oh! Okay, yeah, I have to switch to Fiora. Oh, we got our work cut out for us for this one. I can't believe that this is the wall. Lila. Yeah, we should probably use this one. Also, do you know what? Let's give ourselves a... Do I have one? Actually, I don't think I do. No, I don't. I don't have any HP mods. Okay, well, you know what? Let's use Poppy Buster on this team. We're not going to use Poppy Buster, but having more agility can't be bad, right? Hey, Ness! Has been a while, hasn't it? I have a friend who does an amazing version of the cry. I'll see if I can. You know what? I'll post it in the. I'll post it later. It's really nice though. Watch out! It's a normal attack. That's literally how I felt about. Hang on. I'm gonna try this. No, don't go away, doggy. Baby, come back. Oh, this is gonna be great. I had the best idea. What's that AoE? It's so good. Amazing! Okay. Like Andre from Game Explain? I guess. Well, the thing is, to be fair, I actually don't watch very many Game Explain videos. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I have any beef with them or anything like that. In fact, I like them. It's just that if I watch too much of someone else's thing, I might end up emulating them, and that could be a problem. Alright. Fiora, please do not disappoint. Oh, really? I would have thought that it wouldn't have been... Okay, that's interesting. I would have thought that, what's it called? That I'd actually be able to circumvent that. It's cool. If not a little bit frustrating. Anyways. Stat expense. I'm currently doing a run using only Shulk and Fiora. How early can you get access? As soon as you get to Elethros Ruins. Or Elethros. Elethros? Thros. What are the best courses for Chroma Katanas? Honestly, if not well, no, actually no, Tachion's kind of weird. Honestly, personally, I'd use a Moon Matter if you went crit heal, but I think Tashion could work too. With Chrome Katanas, you actually can't go wrong. There's a lot that you can do. There's actually a lot that you can do with your Chrome Katana. It's a very versatile kind of weapon class. You're going to a tournament today, Ness. Which one? So that's kind of how I feel though. Like, it's not that I don't like watching videos because I feel like I'm inadequate as a result of watching someone else's thing, because they get like a billion times more views than I do. But it's more like I just don't want it to end up changing the way that I do things. Like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with improving, and that's great, but the thing is though, I still run that risk of like, oh man, it's becoming a little bit too much, and that's a problem. Not to mention, this is also my alibi, saying that, well, I don't actually watch their videos, so you can't say that I plagiarize off of them either. Same thing could be said for like guys like Beard Bear and NL. Like, I love NL. I love his stuff. It's just that I don't like to make videos based on his builds until after I upload videos about my builds. And if I see something on his videos, then I don't want to make a video about that, because that's not fair. Because I do know that I get a larger viewership than him, despite the fact that he deserves way more views. I don't know. Like, I'm not really feeling Modek's voice in Japanese that much. How many hours do you have in this game? That is a good question. A very good question, Zelda Breath of the Wild's Ocarina of Time. Ah, I see you have ranked the Zelda games from best to worst. I'm kidding. We got 567 hours. Yeah, they're like ultra powerful. Alright, time to make ports. But that's kind of how it is though, because I don't like watching other videos of people that do the same games as I do, because I run the risk of plagiarism. Even if it's unintentional, I still don't like it. Sorry, AP Mouse, what did I think about Smash Bros? I'm excited for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for it. And when it comes out, it comes out. That's all I can really say. I'm very happy that they're actually paying attention. Like, that they are trying to reach out to the fan base, which is very nice. Like, they could have just told it to, you know, to completely just sod off and then leave, but no such thing as happens, which is nice. Crit heal Cassandra or block rate Cassandra, they're both beautiful. let's not get ahead of ourselves here. They're both beautiful. But in terms of effectiveness, I feel like block rate would still be better. And even then, I think you could still like run a form of crit heal with a Fiora on your team with still a block rate build. I feel like that could still work. Man, I love Cassandra. She's like easily my favorite blade design-wise in this game. And so much fun to use too. Like, that's kind of where I'm coming at with the whole, I wish they would upgrade the amount of aux cores you can get to a maximum of 3 for everyone else. Because I'd love to be able to use all these other blades, but I can't. Because there are better options out there, and I hate that. I hate the fact that I'm prevented from using a blade simply because it's impossible to win without using an overpowered blade. A Zelda Xenoblade crossover. See, like, they had the Rex outfit for Link. So I was kind of hoping that we would have a Link outfit for Rex in this game. Or something. Like, just some Breath of the Wild coming into this game would be nice. Also, I believe Cassandra was designed by the same artist who does designs for Fate Grand Order. Okay, so I messed up the last time I did this. Oh, okay, so here's the thing, you guys. I will have to cut the stream a little bit short. Maybe at, like, yeah, at 11:45, that's when I'm going to log off. Because I do have to be somewhere right after this. And I want to make sure I'm not keeping people waiting. See, a Dark Beast Ganon Super Boss would be sick. Like, all you have to do is just use the Pernicious Benf model as a baseline, and then make a Dark Beast Ganon. That would be great. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Oh man, see, a Link blade would be cool. Make him light element. A light element. Oh, maybe he's the Chrome Katana. Maybe he's the Chrome Katana of this game. If you put Telos and Cosmos on the same character, I don't like. That's the thing. Like, I feel like it should be okay, as long as you can get both of them to max affinity before you do a chain attack. Because the thing about Cosmos, her level 1 is better for a chain attack, but Telos' level 2 is better for chain attacks. But the thing is that they're both good though, that's the thing. So like both level 2s are actually both very, very good. So it might be better to have both separately. Not to mention that it does alleviate some of the stress of having them both at max affinity. Oh, you're going to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, okay. That's cool. I'm surprised that game still has traction. I remember when I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I was like, I think I was like 9 years old when I started playing it. And, like, you know, like the prediction was that it would just be a passing phase. People will stop playing it after a while. Like, people will get bored of it. But, goodness, Fiora is so useful, what the heck? Like, earlier when we were looking for the tracks of that kid that stole Rock's core crystal. Man, she's useful. But, yeah, I remember like it was supposed to be like a passing phase that people will stop playing it after a while. But people are still playing it today, which is great. I like that. It's not like at the same level as Magic the Gathering, but, you know, it's... To even, you know, make a comparison, it speaks volumes about the success of it. Yeah, I was really small when... I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like the first anime I ever watched. And I remember reading the manga, thinking to myself, oh, this is so weird. But so cool because of how different it was from the anime that we saw. Hi, Zumokuza minus. Hey, Alex, thanks very much, man. We're making bank right now, aren't we? Goodness. You guys are actually tempting me to play Xenoblade a lot more. Just because I know that it's just becoming a little bit more profitable than the other games. Oh, to be a sellout. Okay, yeah, okay, we need Pyro for this one. But we'll also need... Wait, but then... Okay, wait, let's figure this out. Yeah, Zelda's Smash Ultimate design is phenomenal. It's actually, like, I'm actually... I'm happy whenever I see it, you know? Like, it's so good. It's not to say that I didn't like the... It's not that I didn't like the, what's it called? It's not to say I didn't like the previous design for Zelda, it's just that this new one is so good. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, thanks very much for the contribution, Alex. I promise you, it's gonna go somewhere good. Probably for, yeah, everything that we're getting is gonna go towards Bravely Default, I think. Also, it had been confirmed, so for you guys that don't know, it has been confirmed that it is going to be it's gonna be a full package, that game. No DLC is gonna be coming out for that game. Alright, Powder Puff, good luck finding that last Nopon doubloon. The best with Morag, Cosmos and Telos are both good, but me personally, I use Telos just because it's just that, then again, I don't know, then again, like, yeah, they could both be good. Yeah, that's the thing, they're both good on Morag, just pick one or the other. Because, the thing is though, Zeke does have the AoE for the Great Axe moveset, so that could be useful. Also, sir, I'm wasting everyone's time right now. Oh, wait, I need to make a shortcut. We'll get the shortcut, and then we'll go back. Yeah, don't feel pressure to make contributions, you guys. We very rarely get them, but remember, we're pretty self-sufficient as it is. We do pretty good, even despite the adpocalypse that everyone's been complaining about. So don't worry about it. Don't feel too pressured about it. Remember, this isn't my job. This is just what I do for fun, and it's my responsibility to make sure that it goes somewhere good. Wait a minute. Wait, so the closest point that we can get is this? Actually? Hang on. Oh, don't tell me that... It should be, though, like... Really? I would have thought there would have been, like, a shortcut around here, but okay. Okay, we need to find a quick point over here. Oh, I'll at least unlock the door. We'll just do that. Yes, Zenobi's affinity chart is very time-consuming. I'd say it's worth it. Every affinity chart is really fun to do, in my mind. Annoying, but it's fun to do. However, thank you for the $1. But yes, I don't know. All I can say about Zelda's design is that it's probably my favorite one that they've ever made of her. Probably in the whole of Smash Bros. Actually, that's probably my favorite design. It's so good, so good. Sorry, I'm wandering around a bit, you guys. I just thought you'd think there would be like a fast travel points around here. Ursula's Affinity Chart, I can see why people didn't like it. I liked it though, personally, because it helped me be a little bit more time efficient. Because remember, like, I was in a position where I had to make sure that I could have all of the blades filled out in a timely fashion. Okay, we got this. Like, we need to have all the blades completed in a timely fashion. So, in order to do that, I needed to make sure that I could at least be able to do other things. So that's what Ursula's was for, though. I put everyone on the trip, and then just max out everyone in order to do that. Condor, the best weapon and SP farming method. Wait, farming SP... Okay, so basically the thing about it, I don't know, because I'd actually be a very, very bad judge on that one, because for me, I just got away with just killing super bosses over and over again. Once you have a Poppy Judgment Day mode set up, like the ones that I use, you're gonna be good to go. You're basically good to go. It takes a bit of farming, yeah, but that's gonna be like your ticket to killing super bosses really, really quickly. Will I play Octopath Traveler? Oh, you bet I am. You bet I'm gonna be playing some Octopath. Okay, so now we're here. Why do you tell us on Morag? Oh, it's just because I chose to. That's all. I just happened to at the time, and when Tell Us was released, I put Cosmos on Zeke. I put Cosmos on Zeke, so it was kind of a no-brainer for me at that point. I used to have Cosmos on Nia, but I was kind of okay with the difference that we could still hit cat damage no matter what anyway. So that's kind of the thing about Morag. It's just that I have Telos because I like Telos a lot, and I love Morag. It's more like I just like these characters a lot, and that's kind of the only reason why. I don't really think too much about numbers as much. Did you beat all? No, I only beat them on normal. I didn't beat them on easy. It's too hard. Oh, by the way, okay, let me upgrade. Let me put up the Discord link updated for you guys. Wait, it's not there yet. You guys can enjoy this. We'll have the screen break if you want, because I remember last time people asked for this, and it just never happened. Love this dude. That's awesome. Wait, no. There we go. Alright, it's updated now. Anyways, you guys can enjoy this cutscene. I love the dynamic that these two have. I love it. It's a very sibling-like relationship. Not even like the gross one that everyone's so fond of these days. I kind of wish that we had Nia's English dub for this part. Game theory. Is Zeke a Chinibio? Does Zeke have 8th grader syndrome? Turns out no, he does not. Yo, Alex, thanks for joining us, man. Goodness. Oh, that smug look. That's like everyone's favorite. I really enjoy the fact that because most of these cutscenes run on the game engine, or at least like they follow the, well, not necessarily running on the game engine, but the fact that they actually have the time continuity. So if it's sunset like it is right now, then it'll look like that.
いや、亀頭ってのはちょっと。
はなんで
なんでっていうか、なんで赤くなってるの光。
Oh, beautiful. I love Zeke's theme. Let's listen to it for a bit. Oh, here we go. The two most powerful blades in existence. Oh, it's a lightsaber duel. Although I might have to switch out. Oh no, Fiora. Okay, sorry, we gotta make it anticlimactic now. Because we don't have enough crit for Shulk. I gave Shulk the Tachyon, or Tachyon. Oh, she's so broken. Yeah, because I need that crit heal. It kind of reminds me of the what's it called? Is it the Sigmund from Monster Hunter? I don't know. When I first saw it, it kind of reminded me of the Sigmund, but like with LEDs attached to it. I don't know. Maybe I just miss Monster Hunter a lot. Man.
かーいってこの前と一緒じゃん
Oh yeah, I just want to point out the performance of the voice actor for Zeke in the English dub was phenomenal. Easily the best performance in the game, in my opinion. Because it's so easy to mess this one up. It's really easy to mess this up because it doesn't translate very well into English unless you have a very specific vision for it.
さあバカなんだろ行くよ
Like you need to have a very specific like tone for when you're playing a character like Zeke and translating that into English. And it worked out so well. It was awesome. Yeah, Poppy did a good job too. Like I don't know, between Zeke and Poppy, they both did such good jobs for whatever role they set out to do. Because with Poppy, she actually tugged at my heartstrings in a couple of places. Not to mention that with Poppy, you did have to technically voice 3 different kinds of characters. Like they're all supposed to be one character, but the tone that they had to do had to be like different age groups, which was awesome. Do you think Poppy QT Pie's Roger Roger is a Star Wars reference? Roger Roger. Do you? Maybe not, but I would give anything for that to be the case though. Oh, to make it so that Poppy QT Pie's dialogue is a Star Wars prequel reference. The guy that voiced Jin did a good job. Like that's the thing. Like the performances of this game actually was pretty decent. It's just that people like to fixate on the fact that yeah, Rex had weird moments. But remember, the more lines you have, the higher your chance you have of messing it up. Like remember, like if you take aim at a target with a minigun, you're gonna hit the target a couple of times, but because of the rate of fire, you might end up missing more than you'd like to. Yeah. Roger, Roger. Yeah, the English translation for Persona 5, not SMT, for Persona 5 was really, really good. Like, I love how they managed to make it so that, like, you were able to properly convey the protagonist's personality, the silent protagonist's personality, which is really cool. One of my favorites was, quick, say something clever! Something clever. or the instant classic, I'm a dad. Okay. I was not really fond of Malice's dub, personally. I don't know, like, part of it was because, again, first impressions were a big part of why I thought of what I did. Because remember, I hated Nia when I first started with her. I love Nia now, but like when I first saw her though, I didn't really like her that much. But then... Oh no, the Spear of Justice! I keep forgetting to switch my, what's it called? Here we go. It's just that I found it weird because like I remember when I first saw Malos, I was thinking, oh, I hope this guy doesn't end up being a major villain. I hope he just kind of fades away very quickly. But no, he's the main villain. I'm like, oh, okay. Because yeah, in my mind, Jin was the main villain. Not even Amalthus, it was Jin. Jin was such a good villain. Okay, I have to switch my pouch items after this. I keep forgetting. Oh, okay, we're good. Oh yeah, I know. Aaron, the Japanese voice actor, I mean the Japanese announcer is pretty great. Yeah, Jin was a cool villain. I like how also Jin felt like a parody. Like, he felt like a parody, but I liked him anyway. Okay, yeah, sure, let's get this one. Let's just have our arts be really, really fast. I think Narsapear Jelly might have been better, but that's okay. Klarna Stir Fry? Yeah, sure. And you know what, while we're at it, we don't really need Omega Drive right now, so let's go for the... Oh, okay. Let's figure this out, you guys. Do I want this? Let's see. There's a lot to figure out here. Ooh, then again. Oh, okay, no, okay. Yeah, use the carbon. Wait. Okay, let's just classify this quickly. Improves. Yeah. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Malos... Well, wait, wasn't there a data mine for Malos and Jin? I believe there was like a data mine for that, so I don't know, they might be speaking to like the Torna, the Golden Country, and those are the assets that'll be used. Yeah. Yeah, no, Jin is such a parody, and I love it though. And the fact that he is voiced by Cloud Strife is pretty awesome. The fact that he's voiced by Cloud Strife and the designer and the artist also designed Cloud Strife is pretty phenomenal. All right. But yeah, it was really, really funny because like I remember thinking to myself that yeah, Nomura, Tetsuya Nomura, he actually designed Jin. Empty moment. Good times. Honestly, like I feel like a Malos blade should justify a new moveset. I could be wrong though. Because like I remember thinking like Sever would have been pretty cool as a new moveset, but he was just another Knuckle. Like there were like 3 Knuckles for that DLC, wasn't there? Maybe maybe there's less. No, I was thinking about something else. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay. This part sucks. This part makes me a little upset sometimes. Because I remember being super lost for this one, and I thought I was gaining some crazy levels. But again, the thing about Xenoblade is that it kind of dissuades you from grinding early on. Because of all the scaling experience. But that's okay. There's no more aggro to worry about. Wait, I think we have to go here, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to go here. I'm pretty sure, more than sure. If not, forgive me. Please no hate mail. Dark menudo. The dark Mexican dish primarily consisting of pork, which was also adapted by the Filipinos. Because I remember being really surprised when I found out that Jin's attacks were Monado. I was like, wait, what? Someone explain this to me, please. Alright. Let's use Fiora. Surprise! Woo! What a fun girl. That was really funny. Okay. That's what happens when you're a yandere. You're just unbeatable with a knife. What the nani? Is what the guys at the computer said before they got completely turned completely turned into. I want to say mincemeat, but that's not accurate because they're birds. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. I can't think of your middle name. Trying to think of a last name. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. The girl you're looking for is down there on the floor with you. Oh wow, what a fun, challenging blade. It's great. It's fun for the whole family. Alright. Okay, see ya. So good! Look at her. She's just great, isn't she? I have not played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 yet, no. No, okay, sorry, the whole yandere joke. I made it because when we first saw the art, the first thing we saw, because like she's hiding knives behind her back, and she didn't have very trustworthy eyes. So the first thing I thought was, Yuno from Mirai Nikki. Oh man, so yeah, if anyone's wondering why. Okay, I'll show you the builds once this is done. I'll show you my Fiora build. We're gonna be changing it a lot. We have to focus mech first, right? Yeah, Poppy QT and Lila are similar, but it'd be cool if we had like a Lila costume for Poppy QT. That would be cool. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? Yes, Monolith, I'm talking to you right now. Why are you not answering? People do that on streams, right? Okay, go. Party formation has... Oh, she's bringing the level 99 and Telos. Goodness, don't do that. For the sake of this run, don't do that. Oh no, Leonine upper. Whatever will I do? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't empty moment me. No. No. It's empty moments all over again. Stop. Oh, she's so fun. Oh, that's so fun. Fiora, the Fair and Balanced. That's her title. Cool. Yeah, whenever I get launched, the first thing I think of is the Nira empty moment. That was amazing. Yes, empty moments is a verb as a result of the Heropon challenge. Because with the Heropon, it was just like, Nira just launched me in the air, and then I had nothing to do but just wait and watch as I slowly died. Yeah, of course, empty moment is a verb. It's common English. Well, I guess we'll just talk to Haze. Haze la Haze. Ah, Jin. What a lovable guy. Alright. Okay, so here's the thing. We have like 13 minutes left in the stream. I'm just gonna warn you guys right now with a 13-minute warning. So, hopefully we'll reach Zeke. We'll reach Zeke by then, hopefully. Yeah. I think we can do it. 'Cause I feel like, yeah, this was also the first we've gotten for the Pyra solo, actually. Around this time, this is when we finished it. So, we'll continue the run another time. Next week, probably. Yeah, next week we'll do, like, one more run. And then I think the week after that's when Bravely Default's gonna come out. So I probably won't even stream... I'm probably not gonna stream in 2 weeks. Next week I will, just to finish this. But then the week after that, I'm going to be all over Bravely... not Bravely Default, why am I saying that? Octopath Traveler. Goodness. I have a tendency to have, like, names be interchangeable, like that time when I thought Linkle was Lana. Well, your fireworks displays for Independence Day are much more exciting to watch than the fireworks display for Canada Day. That's why I said, like, if you go to like your best fireworks display versus our best fireworks display, it's no contest. When your teacher empty moments you because you forgot your homework. That moment when your Asian mom empty moments you because you got an 89 in math. I could say that, right? Oh, I love stereotypes. Stereotypes are funny for me, but I apologize to stereotypes offend any of you guys. Bravely Traveler. There we go. That's the best one. Octopath Default. Octopath Default has a much nicer ring to it. When you're actually no, the thing is though we don't call it an empty moment when an Asian mom goes after you. We call it a raging demon. We call it a raging demon. Oh, I love it. Okay, this is a nice area. I like it. This is some nice music, and that's it. That's what we got. Where am I going? This is $1 million question I should be asking right now. I'm going a place. Okay, yeah. When your Asian mom raging demons you for not defrosting the chicken. Oh, good times. Yeah, that's the thing, like, it's a big stereotype that Asians are good at math. And it makes sense depending on where you're coming from. But the thing is, though, that for a lot of, like, second-generation immigrants, it's not really the case because we didn't really feel the need to super get into it. Whereas, I guess because there's a different learning standard, too. But it's just a really, really big stereotype, but a lot of the Asians that I know aren't too good at it. But then again, the thing is, I did grow up with people that were good at it. Again, everyone's different. Everyone's different. It's good times. Heavenly Disrupted? Wait, I made something disappear, didn't I? Oh, well, whatever. Okay. See, this is just really cool. Honestly, like, it's weird because you really have trouble noticing these things if you're playing it on handheld. And I remember when I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1, I didn't really get a good feel of the scope of the world when I played it on the 3DS because everything felt kind of squished together. Boneless blade. Boneless blade. Goodness. Yeah, it's like there's some really nice environments in this game, which I really enjoy. But I kind of didn't notice it until after I beat the game, because I think I was just so focused on beating this game for the first time that I just never really thought about it. I never really thought to look at it with my eyes, you know? I was just thinking, okay, get to the next place. I was constantly looking to the top of the screen where the directional compass is. It's really funny because I remember looking at my demographics, and I remember for a while, for whatever reason, Canada has betrayed me. They're like they were number 8 at the time of my most viewed, of my viewers. 8% of them were Canadian. Oh, sorry, in 8th place was Canadians, but then first place was Germans. First place was Germans, second place was Americans. And I think we had some people from, yeah, we had Finland, Sweden. We actually, yeah, it's actually kind of funny just to think that, my goodness, Canada, why have you betrayed me? We also had Japan for some reason. I didn't even realize Japanese people used YouTube. Huh. Okay. But yeah, like the most common demographic here though was Germans, which I thought was really funny. Oh yeah, did I ever tell you about my favorite ships? My favorite ships in Xenoblade. The first one. Oh wait. My favorite ships in Xenoblade is Rex, X Nia, and everyone in the world. It's like a math equation. Rex, X Nia plus everyone in the world. Oh, I love it. It's like my favorite ship because it's so funny to me. It's just really funny because it's like it's an I love you moment. I think it makes sense because, you know, where I come from, saying I love you doesn't necessarily mean anything serious. Like, or like super serious. Like, yeah, because like it could be I love you as a friend or I love you as family. These are all very good things, very normal things. But the fact is, though, is that the way that they set it up, it was too intentional. It was way too intentional. The Monarch Zeke ship, I actually really like that. Because they're both such different people. But the thing about Zeke, though, is that he can be serious when he needs to be. That's the cool thing about... That's the really cool thing about Zeke. Is that he seems like such a comic relief character, and he is, when you first meet him. But then after that, he's just like... You know, he's very well versed in the way of the world. He's very good at giving you exposition as the viewer. Yeah, so that's the thing though, like, well, I love you means different things for people. For me, actually, saying I love you to someone actually does mean something very serious, but I totally get the whole, you know, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything impactful. But for me though, if I ever did say I love you to, like, a girl, for example, it would mean a lot. It would actually be a lot because I've never said that to anyone, so there's that. Turters and all the Titans. Turters x all the Titans. Oh boy, let's not go there. Mick and Poppy Cutie Pie. I believe Poppy Cutie Pie should stay single forever. Because she is too good for everyone. Telos X Murder. Just the concept of murdering everyone. That's what she's married to. Gramps X Azurda. Hey guys, self-love is important, right? Goodness. Empty moments and literally me. Okay, I guess we're not. Yeah, let's take all these guys out. Yeah, that's the thing. Like with Mick and Poppy, I love it. I really hope Poppy gets some more interacts. Poppy Cutie Pie. She doesn't get as many interacts as everyone else does, or as her other forms do, I found. Which is fine, but, you know. I just love to see her more in cutscenes. Alrighty. Good. It's just kind of surreal that Fiora performs so well in this game in comparison to Shulk. Again, not saying that Shulk is bad, in fact he's very, very good. Is that Fiora is just wow. Skyfist Romington. I remember people were making fun of the designs for they were being very critical of the design for QT Pie, but it's like a bathing suit though. Have you never seen a bathing suit, my friends? Okay. We had to skip my favorite cutscene, but it's because we're on a bit of a timer right now. Oh right, I meant to show you my build. Sorry about that. I don't know if you're still here, but I meant to show you my build. Magnificent! Love it. I just love the fact that, again, this is like the moments when you realize... when you realize that Zeke isn't just a comic relief character, he's actually really, really powerful. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to level down Modak too. But yeah, this is when you you realize that. And then the cutscene too, just Bridget covering Fan's eyes, just awesome. I love it. But yeah, it was it's like a bathing suit. And the thing about Poppy though is that she doesn't have skin. She's a machine. She's full machine. So technically she isn't wearing clothes except for the scarf. So it's just like, yeah, well, whatever. It's kind of like with I remember we were talking about Nier, and in Nier the thing is, they don't have the parts in Nier because there's no documentation that exists of the human anatomy, just what they look like on the outside. That's it. So that's kind of the thing too. It's just like, oh well. Oh well. Okay, so we gotta rest. Okay, so here's the thing. I remember in the previous run, I kept messing up. Also, we only have 2 minutes left, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these last 2 minutes to say thank you to well, you guys for joining me, first of all. Thank you, because I really can't stress it enough. Streams are not fun if people are not watching. I've done it before. I feel awful for people that do streams and there's only like 1 viewer at a time, which is probably them. It sucks. It really does suck. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to rest, let this cutscene go on, and yeah, finish this off. So, guys, we're gonna be ending the stream right now, actually. So what's gonna happen here is I do have a thing to go to right after. So to give a shout out to Condor7215 for the 199. Thank you very much. Sorry I couldn't really answer much about the WP SP, the weapon point SP firing method. All I can say is just get a good Poppy and you'll be good. For Joshua Suh, thank you very much for the $2 donation too. I really appreciate it. Actually, sorry, Condor, you gave me 2. Sorry. That's 2 199s. And of course, Alex, my boy Alex, thank you very much for your contribution. Again, all the money that we're getting, it does go towards this channel and improving things. Every improvement we've ever had is a result of things that we've earned here on the channel and out-of-pocket expenses, so thank you very much for helping alleviate that. And Tenshi, thank you very much for that phenomenal $50. That's great. Really, really great. So, yeah, that's gonna go towards the Octopath Traveler, I guess. It's gonna be fantastic. So, the plan is that next week we are going to finish this run. We are going to finish this run. We're going to take as long as it takes because it's not really that much anyway. I'm pretty sure all like the cumbersome parts of this game we've already cleared out. And what's it called? Right, there's a Discord link. Feel free to introduce yourselves in the introductions thread. And also, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to be playing this game next week. The week after that, I'm not going to, actually. I'm going to say I won't. Because, again, gotta play the Octopath. So it's going to be great. So, without further ado, I'm going to see you guys off. Again, shout out to all you guys that donated. I really appreciate it. I don't really ask for it, but it's great that it does happen. And, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, right, also in terms of videos, there's not really many videos we could do right now for Xenoblade. Right now. I don't know, unless you guys want to see me do like a Cassandra crit heal build, but that's about it. But yeah, well, there is going to be some more DLC on the way, so that's going to be fun. It'll be great. I love this picture so much. When you're trying to save humanity, but all anyone does is complain about your breasts. Love it. Love it all. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for joining me. Again, appreciate always, always, always. Can't take you guys for granted. And I will see you guys at the next stream. I don't think there will be any videos coming out this week, unfortunately. But it's okay, though. It doesn't mean I'm dead. It doesn't mean I'm dead. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Adios. I don't know how to say goodbye in other languages, so I'm just going to say random words in other languages. Feurige Gottheit. Let's not.